Okay, there we go. Good morning, everyone. Good morning and welcome. I hope you're having a nice smooth Tuesday, wherever you are currently in the world and whatever it is you find yourself doing. Over here, I'm feeling pretty good. I've just had some breakfast. I came back from walking the dog. I've had a coffee, but I do fancy another one, so I might put the kettle on shortly. Before I start, please know that, so if you're a Twitch subscriber or a patron, there's a poll for you insofar as what I should do as the next bullshittery project, which is starting this week. I've got a pretty clear idea of what it's going to be, just based on what people have voted so far, but if you haven't voted yet, there's still time. If you go to the Discord group, if you're a Twitch subscriber, and it should be, basically it's a bit weird, because normally I do it via a straw poll, but for some reason, straw poll was being a bit weird last night, and it wasn't recognising the results. So instead, I did a specific poll on Patreon, and then I did a different poll using basically just like a thumbs up emoji on the base of the options on the Discord post that I've put. And then I'll add the two together, and by the, say, midpoint today, I'll be able to identify exactly what people want me to do. So there are 5 options for a bullshittery there, and hopefully, I can do one that is to your fancy. So, that's what's going on. Regardless, today, I know what I'm going to do anyway today. I've got a whole bunch of unlisted footage that I need to nest for a different game. Before either I'm going to continue working on that game, or I'm just going to move the footage back onto the NAS and pick the other thing. It depends entirely what people vote for. Regardless, I'm just going to crack on with editing today and just get some work done towards a project, even if it's not the bullshittery that I work on. Anyway, so welcome indeed, folks. Thank you, Bensky and Lasky. Thank you sincerely. Apologies, I'm afraid not, Blue-Eyed. This vote is for my crowdfunders, so I only do crowdfunding, I'm afraid. I don't do advertising or sponsorship, so yeah, it's just like a way to find out specifically what my paymasters who hold my leash say. I shouldn't word it like that, because then Zam's gonna get excited. But you know what I mean. So yes, let me know what you fancy, Twitch subscribers and patrons, and I will do my best to accommodate. Right. Hang on a second, let me just put on some... Hang on. Is this too loud? That's too loud. Hang on. Turn it down. Right. Oh, hang on. Sorry, did I... No, I haven't closed... Oh, stupid, I didn't close Premiere. Hang on. Right. Pop that there. Is the music playing? Yes, just starting very quietly. Okay, so let me just load up the game. So, yesterday morning we played a bit of Kerbal Space Program, and what I'm currently doing is I'm working to send a few missions to Duna. Duna is the in-game equivalent of Mars, and we have 4 separate craft that are going. Technically 3 craft, but one of them contains a satellite in its nose cone, which I placed there without realising. Whoops. So yeah, we've sent 4 craft on their way to Duna. So... welcome to Kerbal Space Program. If you don't know how this works, we're basically playing as NASA. So we're playing as a fictional space center type thing, sending probes and little Kerbal naughts off to different planets in the solar system, which is basically a simplified recreation, but nevertheless a recreation of our solar system. So if we go to the tracking station, I can show you exactly what we've done. Hi there, Harry. ZF Harry's in the chat, everyone. Hope you're very well, sir. Right, so, this is Kerbin. So this is obviously supposed to be Earth, and there's our moon. I've got lots of missions going out and about. Well, we had lots of moon missions going, but I've since recalled the team and sent most of them over to Duna, although some of them did go elsewhere. Where did they go? I can't remember. They're all over the place, really. I would have to check astronaut control to find out exactly where the astronauts all are, the Kerbal naughts all are. But if I zoom out, I'll show you exactly what's going on. So, note this small cluster of craft over here. These are in fact the craft that are on their way up to Duna. So in order to get to Duna, so just like Mars is in real life, Duna is there. So it's very close to us, especially when obviously we are in this position here. We're going to get closer in a minute when we move underneath it. But so as a result, in the real world, Mars is only half the size of Earth, and yet it appears massive in the sky. A red, angry star that's visible with the naked eye to ancient people. So back when star just meant fucking light in the sky. Although, sorry, wait, am I mixing up my facts? What didn't they call planets everything in the sky? I can't remember. Like the wording has changed dramatically over time. I think planet just meant something out in the sky, didn't it? Before we made distinctions. But regardless, a strange red light in the sky, attributed as the bloody god of war in many civilizations, notably Greek civilization and Roman civilization, Duna is right here. Okay. Planetos means Roma. Ah, cool. So what, so things that roam across the sky as opposed to staying fixed? Is that what they call them? Star, stationary planet... planet equals moving around. Ah, cool. Good to know. Thank you. Right. Okay, so here is Duna. Now, the craft still have about half a year of travel to go, so I'll set the alarm and then we'll just increase the time on their way. So there's a few things that I want to do here. Firstly, we've got a couple of Kerbal noughts that are stuck on Ike, which is the moon of Duna, which is supposed to represent, is it Deimos and Phoebos? I've probably not pronounced that properly. The two tiny moons of Mars. This time it's represented by Ike, a fairly, large compared to what they are in real life. But, yeah, so we have a couple of Kerbal noughts. Where are they? Here. Now, the reason they're down there is that they're trying to supervise a drilling operation. Unfortunately, the drill is busted, and we need to send an engineer. And an engineer is among the 4 vessels that are coming. So basically, one vessel goes here, 2 vessels will land on the surface of Duna, and the final vessel is probably going to do something similar to our Duna ComSat. So it's probably going to zoom around Duna, but at a very low, whatever the minimum required altitude is to get its resource scanner working. I imagine that's probably why I sent it. It has a very large resource scanner mounted on the front of the satellite. In addition, let me just go to so Kerbin Dres, 22 days until optimal Kerbin Dres transfer. So an opportunity to send a mission to Dres, which is Ceres, the in-game equivalent of Ceres, the largest asteroid in the asteroid belt. 1 second. Cancel those alarms. I'm actually going to pass on that for now. We're not going to send a Dres mission yet. We've only got some probes over there anyway. I'm quite curious to see when. So planetary transfer window from Kerbin. When's Joule? 178 days. I'd be rather interested to possibly send a small probe up to Joule. Joule is the gas giant, either representing Saturn or probably more likely Jupiter. I'd be quite intrigued to send a small probe to just have a scout about and gather some data insofar as what exactly we would need, delta V-wise, to get to the various moons of Joule. Worth thinking about. 178 days from now. Oh, thank you Demison, 13 Tishy, and Valley Man, and Mulric. Thank you all of you, and many, many pandas, and Bensky, and Turbo, and Retro. Thank you all of you folks. Thank you, you're very kind. Thank you. Okay, so an alarm has been set for a possible Joule mission. Create alarm. Oh no, hang on a minute. Let's go back to the other craft and try to determine exactly when they're going to arrive. Indeed, hopefully Mulric, hopefully it doesn't go too badly. Right, so where are the Duna missions? Where's... There we are. They're down there. Copy of the Cass one? What's Cass, sorry? I don't know what that means. Siminsto. Is that the name of the mod, maybe? Okay, 1 minute. Do I have to select all 3 craft individually? Probably. Okay. Right, so this is Daisy, the milk cow. It's going to be a fuel transportation probe. That front part is the satellite that for some reason has hitched a ride. I don't know why. But it's with us now. Okay. I built it and must have forgotten why I built it. So 1 second. Rename vessel. Daisy. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to instead go over to... Can I just hotkey an alarm for its intercept with Duna? One moment. Also, why is that flickering? That's going to be annoying. Oh, I see. The name of the mod, Suminsto says. Oh, thank you, Bladestorm and Metoshi, Mulric, Valleyman, Demison, and 13 Tishy. Thank you, all of you folks. Thank you. 1 second. Our intercept seems... Oh, no, there's our intercept. Okay. So just click there and add maneuver. How long until that maneuver? Add alarm. There we go. So this is Daisy intercept with Duna. Apply changes. So 280 days. Bear with me. I'm just going to cycle between the individual crafts just to make sure I don't fuck up and have one just passes through the system. So set as target. Switch to Duna base MK2 foundation. So that's craft 1 and 2. This is craft number 3. Right. So this is a Duna base. So it's like the front section of a base that's going to land on a tall-ass mountain, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So now 1 second. So 280 days. That's Ike. That's Duna. Focus view. Similar. There we go. Right. So this is when days. Hang on. This is MK2. Intercept with Duna. Also, apologies, folks. I'm feeling strangely dizzy. I don't know why. I'm having trouble focusing on the text. Can I just drink some water? I hope I'm not coming down with something. 1 minute. So over the last couple of years, I've started to notice something else that's rather scary. My brother suffers from something called an optical migraine, which is not exactly what it sounds like. It's not really a migraine insofar as pain. It's more just all of a sudden you have trouble reading the words in front of you, either on a page or on a computer screen. Like, imagine the very middle, the very center of your vision suddenly gets quite blurry all of a sudden. And he started going down with them, and I noticed about 6 months ago that I started experiencing them as well. Migraines run in my family, like, really badly. My grandfather was one of the test guinea pigs that they had for a type of very commonly used anti-migraine drug these days. For some reason, they just run on my mother's side really, really strongly. So 1 moment, please. So as a result, I can occasionally get some extremely painful migraines, which pretty much knock me out for the entire day. I can do little more than groan beneath some bed covers cuddling a smelly dog who's currently over there. Your dad has those, Agarob? Ah, yeah, they're most annoying. Oh shit, sorry to hear it, Hectonian. Sorry to hear it indeed. Hang on a minute. Yes, so Google ocular migraine, Sukul. I'm having trouble actually reading your name, so yeah, oh dear. Okay, hopefully I'm okay. Fingers crossed. If I start making weird baby noises and I fall over, then maybe not. Hello there. Right. Also, how is the music? Is that too loud? Would you like me to turn it down? Okay, so this is a probe that's going to... So it's basically a copy of Jeff that we have on Ike. I'm sending a version down to Duna. I rather hope it can make it. There's a small chance that it can't, because it is built for Duna. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So 1 minute. So same deal. Do I have someone that can make an ER contact if I do collapse on stream? No, no one at all. My life is in your hands, chat. I don't even know what that phone call would look like. Hi, there's a guy in England live streaming. What's his name? Where does he live? Right. He's in Brighton. He has a dog. Right. 1 minute. What am I doing? So this is intercept. Then what craft is this? So Jeff 2. Intercept with Duna. Apply changes. There we go. So cool. Yeah, glad I did that. I would have missed the intercept by a few days if I didn't. Alright, so the first intercept is actually curb into Jewel. Maybe we should do that first. We'll do it quite quick, because obviously I want to do these Duna missions as priority. So let's go back to the Space Center and quickly make a small probe that is going to go up to Jewel. Jewel being the gas giant. We'll get it built, we'll get it launched, and then just have it available in space for the transfer. Otherwise, we're going to miss the window. So, keep this speedy. So it shouldn't be too complicated, since we'll just fire a Xenon satellite probe, whatever. Or maybe a couple of them. We could always send like 2 or 3, couldn't we? Right. In fact, sorry, go back one. How many? 1 moment. Back to the tracking station. No, what am I doing? Not the tracking station. I want to go to the research station, so leave facility. So for the people just joining the stream, welcome indeed. You're looking at me attempting to do a bit of a fact-finding mission to a gas giant. If I ask any questions to the chat, apologies, I'm not really asking the questions, as in if I speak a question out loud, for example, what is the delta V for X? Please be a dear and don't just blurt out the correct answer. Half the fun for me is figuring it all out, so I know that there are big cheat sheets available with the exact calculations, but okay, so based on telescope reconnaissance, whoa, it has 5 moons around Jewel, and of course, Jewel itself. Okay, 5 probes might be a little bit excessive. Or is it? Why not just send 5 probes? Or even 6? Send a couple. We could always just send a couple and redirect them around the place to scout things out. Yeah. Or just send 1, and we'll just move it around the Jewel system. Once it's there, presumably it's there. Okay, so let's send ourselves a Jewel probe. Indeed, the correct delta V is 7. Alright, so let's start with so we'll start with like a proper probe body, sort by cost. You can actually buy some really cool ones with like integrated, lots of stuff, like an integrated xenon gas canister. Right. So this will be our probe body. It's got a few things that we can take advantage of. It's got a reaction wheel already on it. So it's got xenon gas already mounted. A big battery already in there. So yeah, it's basically a probe unit right there. Okay. So, all we have to do is attach the solar panel to it. I mean, does it even have a... Oh yeah, it's got an antenna. Antenna rating 5K. Presumably we're going to need a much larger antenna. Or did we? Did I send a Jewel relay? That's a good question. Sorry. I need to figure that out. He says, doing it quickly, and then I'm fucking around with this. Thank you, Tech Curse. Thank you very much, Tech Curse. Thank you for saying so, Tech Curse. Well, yeah, so worst comes to the worst. Lulu's dog walker, I'm sure, will raise the alarm if I don't, answer the doorbell in the afternoon. So, yeah. Being a butt atop the sofa right now. But thank you, Techers. Right, 1 minute. Back to the tracking station. Hi there, Zam. Good morning, Zam. Okay, so where is the gas giant of Jewel? Right now, it is the green one, is it not? All the way out there. Okay, excellent. Here's one I sent earlier. So, the Jewel comm array. In preparation for future missions, it appears I've already sent a comm array over to Jewel. So, let's have a look at the commnet. Excellent. So, presumably, we don't need to send a huge fancy array. We can just work with the existing comm unit. I hope. We'll put a big comm unit just in case, but yeah, should be okay. Right, let's get a probe built and launched. Thank you, good old Boston. Or good old Boston. Thank you very much, good old. Thank you. And Drivey and Trips. Thank you. Alright. Okay. Salty says, I need to wake my wife up at 12:30. Can you please stop streaming at that time so I don't forget? Of course. Immediately, of course. Gotta wake up your wife. Alright, so let's go and stick a Xenon engine on this bugger. So it's already got the torque wheel. Xenon, sort by size. So a Dawn propulsion system. Just the one or multiples? I have a feeling moving multiple might be tricky, but... How much power would that consume? Got to consider the fact that also Joule is going to be very far away. Therefore, solar energy might be a major concern. Okay. So electric charge per second. How many is that? 4. So 34.96. So 35 energy per second. Oh, and that's not including the... Oh, no, wait. Xenon gas. Yeah. Okay, so 35 per second. Right. So... let's have a look. Gigantor solar array. If I put a bunch of these on the sides and then extend them like that, what are we talking about? So 24.4 times 3 and then divide that by half. That gives me 36.6. So that does give me enough power even at half. If it is half. I don't even know if that's the case. Okay. That seems reasonable. Let's give that a welly and see what happens. So it's already got the power, it's got the engines. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Alright. So, insofar as communications, it's got the one built in to a 5k range. Is that correct? Antenna rating 5k. So what can we do as an alternative? Relay, relay, relay. Direct communication. 15... Okay. 5k's nothing then, is it? 100G. 5... Okay, that's it. 5.00k antenna rating. This one has 500k? Okay. Let's stick this on there. Oh god, it's a bit big. That's what she said. Hang on. High gain antenna? 15G. Yeah, let's put a really big one just in case. Just mount it on the top there. Can we mount it on the top there? Switch off symmetrical mode. And then what happens? Oh no, it's not going to fit. Hang on. Does it not fit there? What does it look like when it's extended? Oh, I see. That's the mount. Got it. I misunderstood. So it goes on the side, like here? Like that, I guess? It's going to look stupid. Hang on. Does that even still work? No, it's going to smash into it when it turns, won't it? Can I not mount it flat? It won't seem to let me put it... One minute. I suppose that would work. Yeah, that would work. Okay. Right, so what's the purpose of this probe then? So we're just scouting out like delta V calculations and stuff. So it's not really supposed to be doing some science missions. That being said, do you think we can stick like a scanner on it? So narrowband scanner? So what does this do? Sorry, potential landing sites. This scanner provides detailed observations about the planet and moon that it orbits, though this data is limited to a spot directly below the scanner. Yeah, that's kind of what we want, isn't it? Narrowband scanner. Okay. So, scans for resources. Oh, really? That's it? I kind of want additional things scanned there. Hang on. Scanning mode. Does it allow KerbNet access but remotely? Can you even do remote KerbNet access? Or do you need a Kerbal there? Actually, sorry, that is a question for the chat. Does anyone know that? Can you access the KerbNet via a probe? So in other words, it's the, like, point your, like, periscope down. Sipsaf says KerbNet access is only probes you can totally Sorry, and you can totally remote access it. Okay, thank you. KerbNet access. KerbNet. Oh, so it says it right there, doesn't it? KerbNet access. Okay, sweet. So resource scanner only. So what gives me KerbNet access? I kind of just want max. Hang on. Resources scanning mode. There we go. Terrain and biome. That's what I really want. Terrain and biome. Not necessarily just pure resources. So does that... Hang on. Data type. Oh, it does it. Sorry, the probe does it by default. KerbNet access, biome and terrain. Excellent. Cool. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Sweet. Alright then. So, I think we're good to go here. So this will be our dual probe. Give that a save. Again, gotta hurry with this, because I've got way more important stuff I want to do this morning. Right, let's get it in a fairing, and then get it up into space in preparation for the transfer, which is coming in a few days. Okay. Hi there, Bob. Little Bob White. Welcome indeed, Little Bob. Welcome. Alas, you probably won't find the live streams as interesting as the YouTube videos. What with the YouTube videos being specific compilations of highlights, but yeah, regardless, welcome. I'll only be playing for a little bit, like another hour and a half, really, and then I'll be off to get on with the next bullshittery. On that note, if if you're a Twitch subscriber, folks, in the Discord below, there's a poll to find out what you would like as the next bullshittery. Please let me know, and I will do my best to accommodate. Sorry, I made a fuck up. Yesterday I was saying that Team Fortress 2 was won by a poll, and this one would be my choice, alternating, you see. I was wrong, sorry, I was being stupid. Team Fortress 2 was my choice, wasn't it? It was a backup after I tried to work on D&D and it didn't go very well. Which still isn't going very well. Anyway. But yeah. Right, let's get this fucker launched. How heavy are we talking? Next to nothing, surely. Yeah, 2.7 tons. It's fine. Right, let's get this thing up in space. What sort of delta V are we talking? So, Kerbin. No, so not Kerbin. Vacuum, whatever. Joule. Does it matter? Probably not. Hang on. Did I pass it? There it is. So delta V, 6,000 delta V. All right, that's sweet. Cool. So let's get this thing. What am I doing? Shall I put it in a payload? Well, we need to do the decoupler first, don't we? It's 25. Stack decoupler 25. Is that in the right place? No, it's attached to one of the things. It's too big anyway. Not really. Right. Payload underneath, so that will detach. Sort by size again, sorry. Right, let's get this thing covered. Under a protective nose cone. There we go. Right, so there is our probe that we're launching. Okay. Give it a golden colour. I like to do the steel colour. Alright, so let's just get this thing launched and give it a nice dinky little engine. What's that? Liquid fuel. Need to go bigger. Yeah, go bigger. Really? We're going that big initially? Fucking hell. Rockomax, Rockomax. Where is it? Rockomax. Wow. Rockomax. Oh, it's a different colour. There we go. Right. Cool. So give it a great big meaty engine to push this thing up. Give it some emergency solar panels just so it can keep itself running. There we go. 3. Right. So how are we doing? So that's the Xenon. Yep, trigger these engines, move that there, move the payload to the very top, just to get out of the way. Now what sort of engine are we giving this? Alright. Sort by size. Bobcats. Yeah, probably give it a Wolfhound just to move it around. So Wolfhound in a vacuum, 2,600. Yeah, okay. So this thing will probably push it half the way to Jewel, easy peasy, and then leave the 6,000 to let it move around. Yeah, sweet. Okay, let's just get this thing. Up in what is it? So it's orbital launch and its initial climb. All right. So structural robotics coupling. Something smaller, please. Just trying to think if I've forgotten anything. No, should be okay. Thank you, Shadow Raptor. Thank you very much, Shadow. And Torin and Rush and Only Sam. Thank you, folks. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you. Okay. So, let's go a bit bigger. Go up to a big old Kerbadine. Stick that there, hold down shift. And give it a great big meaty engine. Is that too meaty, mammoth? Could always give it a twin bore. Oh, twin bore's too small, blimey. Hold on. Right, so this will cost me 117,000. Okay. And then switch down to sea level, Kerbin, 2,400. Yeah, easy, strong. Okay. Indeed, well, Swedish, forgive me, that's what we're trying to do now. My note section on Jewel is almost empty, so we're going to be sending something up to Jewel and taking careful measurements of exactly how much Delta V it took, and then future, potentially manned missions, with a lot more risk involved. If this probe fails, it's kind of succeeded. Then I'll know that, okay, it needed more than this. So this is going to be an inexpensive, disposable probe to go over there, figure out what it takes to go over there, and if it gets low enough, maybe take a few measurements of the moons and figure out how to get to each one. And also, maybe spot some potential fun exploration opportunities. Maybe some of the moons are more interesting than others. We'll find out. I've never been there. Right. This thing has no stabilization of any kind, so let's... no, don't do that. Do that. Where's the center of... all the way there. Should be fine. Cool. Okay, so that is one girthy rocket. So 2,000... yeah, should be plenty. What about thruster weight? Plenty. Yeah, let's give it... don't know why we're giving it boosters. Fuck it. Why not? Too big. Thumpers? Just a bunch of small thumpers? Yeah. Just to help with the initial climb. I fear we're going overboard. There we go. You're probably definitely going overboard here. 1 minute. So that's the engine. These are the boosters. What's my thruster weight? Just on the boosters. Okay, well they're actually not strong enough for the thruster weight anyway. So if this is going to be much of the boost when it's up in orbit, make sure my boosters are actually capable of lifting the thing. Yeah, 1.5. They should be more than capable. Move them down a bit. All right. Whoops. Okay. Sweet. Payload. Aerodynamics. Nope. Nope. Okay. Some struts. Struts are always useful. Cool. And since it is, hang on, so 1.5, move down the thrust limit just a little bit because we've got the engine assisting. Take them down to 1. Yeah, the engine's gonna. I don't want them to have too much control. In fact, a little bit less than that. Make sure the engine is supposed to be lifting it as well. Okay, so see how that goes. Right, I think we're good. Maybe give it a little incy-wincy. Put those there just to help the initial launch. Okay, so check the staging. So these boosters, so yeah, detach and then trigger the boosters. They will, engine needs to be there so it has control. Remove that stage. Then they're empty, they break off. Then we switch to this engine. Cool. So this section should take it all the way to its orbital burn, and then the rest of it will lift it all the way to dual. I think we're ready. Have I forgotten anything? Does it need... Well, is this gimbaled? Yeah, it's gimbaled. That should give us plenty of control. Take care, Tommy. Have a good one. Sleep well. Right, let's get it launched then. Right. Is there an end goal for this game? If so, what is it? Not really, Prophet. It's more explore each of the stellar bodies, piece by piece, objective by objective, and, explore and go through the same challenges as NASA. I don't think we should need it, TKO nor. Thank you, Fozzie. Thank you very much, Fozzie. Right. Shit, I forgot to record the exact... Oh, well, I've recorded the delta V calculations once we're up in orbit, and I know once we're up there what we need. Okay. So, check, switch, SAS on, zoom out a bit. I think we're ready. Sounds both fun and boring. Yeah. Right. I think we're good to go. So, up engine. Should be fine. And initiating, quick save, launch. Down engine. Don't want to go too quick initially. Okay. Down engine. We're going through liquid fuel way too quickly. Need to use that for later. Right. Cool. Trouble is, if I start the turn now, the boosters are going to have most of the control. So gradually just start dipping it. Very gently. Start letting it fall in this direction. Oh no, I've still got control, surprisingly. Very gently start moving it eastbound. Bit more aggressively, Come on, let's keep going. Still got control. Lovely. Keep on going. Just worried that the engines are going to burn out and then I'm not going to have gimbal control anymore and it'll just be on the boosters and the SAS. Should be okay though. No, we're fine. Yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, start turning. A little bit inefficient because we're now burning. Yeah, we're still in the atmosphere and we're starting our sideways burn here, but I can't stop because they're boosters. I can't exactly tell them to stop burning. I can tell my engine to stop burning, but okay. Yeah, it's not that efficient to be honest. Hopefully we don't heat up too much. Okay, stand by. Initiate spin. Whoa, not a very controlled spin because I'm not pointing directly at the thing. Spin, 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 spin. And detach. Thank you, boys. Appreciate it. 5 minutes from the app. 1 second. Oof. That's pretty embarrassing. That's not too bad. Yeah, so, boosters had... they didn't have the control there. I still had the control, which was nice. But, actually, no, thinking about it, what should I have done with the boosters? I probably should have just made them smaller and given myself more liquid fuel. Yeah. Okay, so those boosters are going to fall back to Kerbin in a little while. We're still 5 minutes from the apoapsis, the highest point of orbit, at which point I'll continue the burn. So the target is 2,200 meters per second. We're already at 2,000. We'll drop a bit, obviously, because we got... No, well, but by the time we get to the apoapsis, we'll have dropped anyway, but... Yeah, then we just round it out. jettison, and continue the trip. Well, sorry, that's not true. We wait in a holding orbit until the optimal transfer to Jool. At which point, we'll do the transfer and then quickly zip over to the Duna missions, which is what I want to focus on this morning. Maybe transfer the fuel from the side boosters to the main engine? I'm afraid you can't. They're solid fuel. They're like a Roman candle. You light them and they just keep on burning. You've got no control over the fuel in any meaningful sense, really. It's like packed in there, like densely packed rocket fuel. The burning rate is controlled by. Is it like inside? It's like a honeycomb series of like Is it like channels? It's basically the way that the structure is built. It's designed to sort of funnel the exhaust gas outwards, and then they have a problem. They've got to carefully control. If this is just my memory going through, they've got to carefully control for things like is it cavitation or something? Like basically where like a bubble, like a void starts forming, and that's where they have temperature differences, and that's where it can start burning through the edges of the solid fuel booster. So, what I'm trying to say is that they try to build the internal areas of the booster in such a way that they can control the burn. Is it cavitation? Is that the right word? Yeah, sorry, no, I think I'm fucking up. That's the term for, like, propellers on a submarine, isn't it? Basically, they don't want a bubble of an area of the solid fuel booster burning at a different rate from the rest of it, is my point. Which is obviously why, one of the reasons why they retrieve the boosters from the ocean and then carefully inspect them afterwards, so that they can determine exactly if everything went smoothly. But that's not the case for the liquid fuel engine. So I can gimbal these. So note that's me turning that. So I can basically change the direction that the engine is burning, and I can throttle up or down. The downside, just generally when it comes to rocketry, is that the fuel is a bastard to store. So rocket fuel, liquid fuel, is the freezing cold shit you see them pumping the rocket with just before the launch, because they can't just leave it in the rocket. It's a pain in the ass to store, and you refuel just before the launch. My understanding is one of the major innovations when it came to warfare was indeed, intercontinental ballistic missiles, strategic missiles, was the solid fuel, because you could just pack a rocket full of it and leave it in bunkers in, like, Idaho or whatever. Idaho? Sorry, wherever. America does something odd with their nuclear deterrent, don't they? They bury them in the ground. They've got them like buried in like these concrete bunkers, or they did. I don't know if they still do that. They probably don't still do that. Britain doesn't do that. We put ours in nuclear submarines and move them all over the world. I think we've got about 4 of them, and it's like government policy to make sure there's always at least one nuclear submarine. So in the event of Britain getting nuked, that submarine just floats off that, well, it's closest to the nation as it needs to go, and then just deletes it. Owing to the fact that it's incredibly hard to find a submarine. Thank you, Korash. Thank you very much, Korash. Oh, really? Just 3? Is it not 4? I thought we had 4, because I remember they crashed one. I keep joking and it's funny. Yeah, like a few years ago, one ran aground near its submarine pen in Scotland, and everyone at the time was like, "Way, we're shit." You can just imagine like all these submariners trying to push the submarine off the sandbar that it got stuck on. It was very funny. Oh, really? 4 new subs are being deployed in like 8 years. So 16 years then, Fozzie. Knowing Britain. Oh, dear. Bless, we do try. Okay, 30 seconds until the burn. I should have burnt a bit sooner, to be honest. Right, so just going to try and increase our speed. There goes the booster. Okay, done. Job done. We're now in a stable orbit. Sweet. So, I will leave the craft up here for however many days we need. Right. Should be fine like this, right? It's got the solar panels on the side. Right. Was it not one of our nuclear subs, Pheasant? Oh, am I mistaken again? The one that ran aground. Wasn't it one of our really expensive ones? Ah. Okay, there we go. Right, so job's a good one. So just leave it alone. I'm going to spin it and just leave it. Right. Back to the tracking station. Oh, I see. Nuclear powered, but not a nuclear armed one. Ah, I see my mistake. Regardless, all of us went, we're rubbish. Right. Ugh. Okay, so let's now. So 22 days until the Dres alarm. I'm going to cancel that. And do you know what I'm going to do? Just out of... I'm going to save before I do this. I'm going to actually set that alarm 8 days early in the hope that the 8 days is enough time to clear Kerbin's gravity well, and then it will be... it's hard to explain. Basically, I think the alarm system's new to me, and I'm learning that if I go exactly on the alarm, I'm a little late sometimes. I wonder if that's because I'm misunderstanding how the alarm works. So, test 2? So, 1 second. So, let me just modify the alarm. So, Kerbin to Joule, edit. Yeah, just put it... It doesn't have to be 8 days, just a few... Oh. Can I not modify the alarm? Okay. Just do it 70 days, new alarm. Days. 70? No, 70. Wait, oh, fuck, it was 170. Cool. There we go. Back to the tracking station. Thank you, Engibir. Thank you very much, Engibir. Right. Am I going to detach the empty boosters to remove the dead mass? Oh, absolutely. The boosters are already falling down to Kerbin, and by the time I speed up the time, would have crash landed somewhere in Plymouth, or whatever the equivalent is. Right. So here we go, everyone. So zoom out. Here we go. Let's warp next. So we're just waiting for the planets to be in the correct positions. Now, if we had, as I keep saying, if we had infinite fuel, if we had a technology that would let us just point the craft in one direction and switch the engine on until we needed to stop, we wouldn't have to care about this. We could just do the Star Wars thing and just fly in a straight line from planet to planet. The annoying thing is that we don't have that technology. All of our propulsion-based systems require some sort of a propellant, and a propellant is heavy. So, we've only got so much oomph that we can use, and then we need a sufficient amount of oomph to slow down on the other side. So for this reason, it's advisable to just wait until the planets are in the right position, which is what we're doing now. So, Joule is here. If I were to launch a rocket and then increase its speed, it would increase its altitude on the other side of its orbit, so like here, presumably. So if we launch now and pick up enough speed now, we should, by the time it flies all the way over here, meet Joule, which would be, hopefully, there, if telescope calculations are correct. So that's what we're doing here. We're waiting for optimal transfer, although technically that's in 8 days' time. I'm hoping that if I launch slightly early, it will be a little bit more favourable. We'll see. Joule, being a gas giant, probably has an enormous gravity well. These things tend to do that. So it shouldn't be too difficult to hit Joule, I imagine. Okay. So let's go and so I guess we go straight to the probe then. Let's get it up to meet Joule. Joule probe. Hello. How long? So we got 109 days until the Duna intercept as well. Captain says, been doing some booster research. They're hollow. The only way the thrust can go out is through a hole at the bottom. It is poured as a liquid mixture and then let to solidify for at least 4 days. So what am I talking about, Captain? Isn't the internal structure built in such a way to carefully allow As in to carefully channel it? I was reading some stuff about being careful to make sure that the boosters don't have like voids appear in them in certain areas of the structure. Otherwise it could burn through the relatively thin outer casing. Hang on. One moment. So, yeah, hang on a second. No, I'm doing this prematurely. Let's just go here. Okay, so we're going up, aren't we? Just like Duna. So we're going that way. Right. So, place down a maneuvering node, add maneuver, increase speed to 900 and something to escape Kerbin's gravity well. There we go. Yep, this is pretty fine. Lovely jubbly. Like that. Sweet. Right. That should be it. That's all we need to do. Increase speed by 850. Enable SAS. Oh, damn. This probe doesn't have the ability to auto point to the target. No biggie. Just do it manually. Okay. So 23 minutes until a 37 second burn. Although I need to transfer engine, so that's probably not true. Stand by. Is everything done? Everything's done. Detach now. There is our Wolfhound engine ready to go. Thank you kindly. And also while we're here, deploy really dramatically. Deploy the clamshell fairing there. It wasn't clamshell, other type. Extend, extend, extend. Retract antenna. Is that already retracted? Oh no, I see it's already deployed. Lovely. We're good to go. So this is the probe. We're going to be sending up the Joule to gather some data. Right. Sorry, I need to... Well, no, don't start recording. No, just start recording now. So, stand by. 8790 DV when orbit. My pen's dying. Orbit Kerbin. Okay. I'm just going to keep track of these notes for future missions. Let's speed up the time. Quick save. Okay, need to hurry this up because I want to do the Duna missions, and there's 4 of them. Scar Dude, it has a tiny, well, it has a Xenon engine. Also, bear in mind, sorry, your question, sir. This tiny thing has more delta V because it's a tiny thing. If you have only a little bit of mass that you're pushing around, you have lots of delta V to spend. You've got less pushing around. Delta V isn't really how much fuel you have; it's how much velocity you can change for the thing that you're pushing. The thing we're pushing is tiny. Okay. Initiating burn. Yes, this is career mode. SNNNF. Pushing a tiny thing, so normal for me then? Indeed. My penis has a lot of delta V. Oh dear. Alright. Job's a good one. There we go. Speed up the time. All the way over there. Whee! Whoops. Track the craft, otherwise it's going to look weird. There we are. Come on, all the way. Let's go. How long until the? Yeah, 102 days. Loads of time, so I won't accidentally fuck up. So, Kerbin to Joule. Ah, good. So, the optimal transfer to Joule from Kerbin, of course, is now. So here's the alarm for it. Okay, speed up time. Auto warp cancel because of the alarm. Thank you. Indeed, Bluefist, I have that program partially active. Although I'm mostly sending things to do science on Joule just because it's cool. And I've not done it before. Right. Come on, let's go. Haul ass. What are we doing? Come on, let's go. Let's go. There we go. Right, finally. Okay, so let's now plan our maneuver to go and find Joule. Select Joule as the target. Target selected. Ooh, uh-oh. There's a 1 point... Okay, there is an inclination difference. That surprised me. Stand by. So, orbit Kerbal. Oh, my pen is fucked. Hang on. Okay, I'm just going to have to make chicken scratches into the paper. DV. Okay. So 8790 minus 7938. 852. Delta. Oh, no, I need a pen. Hang on. 852 dV. Yep. As we know. Okay, so a 1 point. What was it? So there is a 1.3 degree inclination difference. Okay. That might not matter considering Joule's enormous gravity well. So, sorry, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, well, a good example is here with Dres, which is Ceres. Note how wonky it is. So Ceres has a pretty major inclination difference. So that matters for a transfer, because if I were to just increase speed... So pretend this is Dres. If I were to just increase my speed, and therefore my altitude to intercept Dres, and arrived there, it wouldn't actually be there, would it? Because it's so wonky, it would be here, like all the way above me, or below me, depends on how wonky we're talking and exactly which part of the disc we're on. So yes, its tilty-wiltiness is 1.3 degrees. So, add maneuver. Will I be... Yeah, can I still hit it anyway because its gravity is so huge? Let's find out. Whoa, hang on. So how much delta V will it cost me to fly all the way up to Joule? Yikes. 2,500. Sorry, 2,458. 2 minutes until this burn. Move it along a bit. Okay. So, will we even meet it? Keep going along a bit. Oh, yep, there's an intercept. There we go. Okay, so the inclination difference doesn't seem to matter too much when it comes to at least an intercept, although we're probably going to be much higher coming on in. But still, 2,400. Jesus. Okay. Where are we intercepting? Just on the edge. Whoa, Joule is huge. Okay. So, will it cost me... Hang on. Select my maneuvering node. How much will this cost me now? Not too much. There we go. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. So let's skim past it. So 2 years until we arrive there. So we launch the probe and it will arrive in a couple of years. Okay. So stand by. So 1.3% inclination difference. So apparently 2,530 brackets to get up that high. That is quite expensive. Okay. Right. Cool. Okay. Whoops. Shit. Yeah, it was doable though. I mean, I've got 1,000. It will have to be on the Xenon engine only, but that's why we sent the probe. It's fine. Lovely. Cool. So leave it. Well, I need to do this maneuver, don't I? Node in 2 hours' time. Point to face the node. All right. Quick save. There we go. Whee. So, to explain, so yes, just like in orbit there, increasing our speed, speaking to the back for the people who are not familiar with Kerbal. So by increasing my speed, I'll increase my altitude, and we gotta get that high to meet Jewel, and she's all the way out there. Oh my god. Oh, we should have started the burn. Let's go. So, increasing my speed now. We've got to increase our speed by 2,530 meters per second. So, full steam ahead. Do we still not know what the satellite is for? The one going to Duna? No. I think I must have sent it because I must be missing a resource scanner? Otherwise I wouldn't have sent a satellite with a resource scanner. Gamescope, to be honest, I don't really use Twitter that much, I'm afraid. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like older millennial, but I go on Twitter and it's like I'm like, what is this for? Okay, there we go. Whoa, no! Oh no! That's a problem. Maybe I should quick load, retract. Oh no. Okay, hang on. Quick load. Oh dear. Let's try that again. Let me try retracting the solar sails and pointing them away this time. Can I retract them? Yes, I can. Yeah, I'm not really sure what Twitter's for, I'm afraid. If you'll forgive me, it reminds me... I don't know if this is going to offend anyone who really loves Twitter, but it reminds me a lot of the Barons chat. I don't know if anyone remembers the Barons chat, but it was a bit of a joke thing from World of Warcraft. It's effectively the first real combined zone for the Horde, where you could use a sort of global chat system to communicate with each other. But as a result, it was kind of just full of memes and silliness and people trolling. The expression at the time... and I feel that this applies to Twitter, is it's a lot of people who have learnt how to talk, but have nothing interesting to say. Okay, burn, 4 minutes. Yeah, so I need to start fairly early on the burn, especially due to that transfer. And I don't know what it is, but holy fucking shit. The Twitter conversations very rapidly keep talking about American politics. Yeah. I don't think most Brits give a shit. Alright, cancel that, retract. Retract. Now, very carefully, I'm actually going to turn... Oh no, good, they've automatically turned. So can I... Oh, can it detach safely? Fuck, here we go. Yes, sweet. Okay, just because it was caught awkwardly. There we go. Now, do we have enough energy from the way that they're pointed now? Let's go. Initiate. Yes, sort of. Yes, we do. Okay, we have enough energy. Right. There we go. Bit slow, unfortunately, but at least they're super efficient. Thank you, Jurassic Milk. Thank you very much, Jurassic. So yeah, so this probe will go up and meet Jewel in a couple of years, and then in the meantime I'll do the Duna missions. And then we can figure out, through this, exactly what we would need to send to Jewel to do further missions, especially, but even something manned if necessary. Oh look, there's Kerbal. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, what else is going on this week? Not much really. So starting the next bullshittery, I've got to do some... Yeah, I might get horribly distracted with a bunch of tax stuff, I'm afraid. I've got to, like, do some record stuff about tax year, like a certain tax year. It's all very boring. Back and forth emails with an accountant. Hooray! Went shopping yesterday, picked up some chicken. I was sort of basting it in either some soy sauce and some ginger. I've also got some barbecue sauce. I was going to make some sort of chicken coated in barbecue sauce and then put in the air fryer. I've got some venison. I was going to make something proper and fancy, but forgot to pick up the specific recipe for it. So I'll do that later. Hi there, Waffle. You just went to a job interview. They said they want to hire you, so make up my mind. Wait. Oh, really? Well, do you want the job, Waffle? Congrats! If you do. Congrats, man. You had an interview that went really well. Okay. Waffle will sleep on it. You'll be selling glass to Austrians. Okay. Well, good luck, man. Well done. Sounds like you've nailed an interview. Oh, thank you, Gamesco. Thank you very much, Games. Thank you for doing that. And hi there. Thank you. And Jurassic Milk and Alpha Leader and Z Dastard. Thank you, all of you. Thank you. Alright. Hey, M4 Av says, sounds like a very transparent company. Hey. Okay. Here we go. So, where's our trajectory? Look for a blue line, everyone. Is it blue? No, orange, sorry, my mistake. Blue line is for the first part of the journey. There we go. Confirm maneuver. We now have an intercept with the gravity well of Jewel. Add maneuver. Not going to do anything with it yet beyond set an alarm and say probe intercept with Jewel. Lovely. How far away is that? That's still 2 years, 108 days from now. Yikes. A long, slow journey through the stars. Well, not through the stars, through the dust around one star. So there we go. So we're increasing our altitude, going all the way up there, and then meeting Jewel when it's 2 years, 2.5 years-ish, that way. Right, let's go and back to the tracking center. Alright, Duna missions, let's get these done. Oh, it's quite chilly in here. Where's my slippers? No. Old man slippers. Okay. Waffle says, selling glass, quite literally. It's a company that manufactures different kinds of glass panels, and they're looking for people in sales. Okay. Well, good luck with it, man. Good luck indeed. Right. Okay, here we go. So, selecting Kerbal. No, wait, don't need to. What about Duna? Select Duna as the focus. Now, let's go to the Daisy intercept. Daisy being the milk cow. Here we go. So, warp next. There they are. So, that's them coming in. So, here's Duna. Here's Mars. For those just joining, here are 3 missions that I launched last stream. They're finally arriving. They'll intercept Duna any second. Thank you, Comrade Joseph. Thank you very much, Comrade. There we go. Right, so there we go. She's about to just nip past the gravity well there. Let's switch over to her. So Daisy is the manned one. She's got an engineer called Bill, I think. Is it Bill or Bob? Thank you, Comrade Joseph. Thank you. And McGinty. Thank you, McGinty. Thank you. Just to remind the Twitch subscribers, there's a Discord group below, by the way, with a poll on it to get your opinion on what I should start next as the next bullshit. What the hell? Okay, that's not what I wanted. Right. Little mistake there. That's not quite the fuel milk cow vessel that I sent. Thank you, Weltonman. Thank you very much, Weltonman. Clean up my space junk. I like the space junk, King. I think it adds character. And also collision hazards. Right, Daisy, there she is. Right. Oh, thank you, Comrade Joseph, again. Thank you very much, Comrade. Okay. There we go. That's the vessel that I wanted. All right. So, hi there, Bill. How you doing? He's just hanging out. Good, good. Now, how's our intercept? There we go. Cool. So, we are now passing the gravity well of Duna. So let's go to the maneuvering node there. Reduce our speed. So bear in mind, this one is going off to Ike, isn't it? So let's just get ourselves... Hang on. Fuck, stop it. Stop it. Hang on, go from here. Maneuver, select Ike. Okay. So, maneuvering node there. Is that good enough? Yeah, just go really high and then we can adjust accordingly. Yeah, sweet. So a 700 and 800 delta V slowdown there in order to stop flying past Duna. So after that, what are we doing? Well, why not come down low immediately on the one burn? It's not as if we have to do an inclination. Oh, we might have to. No, not really. Not, at least not until we intercept Ike. Otherwise, we're just going to make it really difficult for ourselves. Or are we? Yeah, let's just intercept Ike. Fuck that shit. Okay, just come on down. Come on down. And then come down to just above Ike, around about there. We'll let Ike catch up with us. We might have to rotate a couple of times, or let Ike rotate a couple of times. So that's 844 delta V burn. Turn to face maneuver. Select the maneuvering node and add alarm. And this is lower Daisy. Apply change. So Daisy intercept with Duna. There it is. Lower Daisy in 2 days. So yep, we'll get that first, and then in 3 days after that, the next vessel intercepts with Duna. Sweet. So let's go. Speed up the time. Whee! Here comes Daisy. So we are careening straight past Duna right now. We're just on the edge of her gravity well, unless we slow down. That's what we're doing. So a 5-minute burn costing me 844 delta V. Okay, of which I can do all of that on this engine, easy peasy. 1 second. Oh, I'm eating into that fuel. Interesting. That wasn't my plan. Do I have enough delta V to make the whole journey? I better. Oh shit. 1,500 delta V remaining. Maybe I should detach the satellite. Detach the satellite and let it burn its own xenon, do its own mission. Okay. Yeah, reduce the total weight. Okay, hold on. Yeah, stand by. Where's the detach point? Here? Yeah, decouple. It can run, right? There we go. My delta V's gone up by another 100. Good. Alright, stand by. Yeah, let it run its own Xenon thing. It can do it, it's fine. Can it do it? That's not a Xenon engine. That's a Spark engine. Oh shit. Okay, hang on. Worry about that in a minute. Although we might need to do that first, because otherwise it's going to smash into us. 12 minutes until it reaches its own periapsis. 1 second. No, wait, no. Stop. Danger. Danger. I'm slowing down. If I slow down, then he... Yeah, of course. No, this one has to be first. Sorry, I've got to get this right in my head. I'm slowing down. So... yeah, just stick it in a high orbit for now. Oh, no. 0? Why 0? No! Wait. Ant engine? Is it just not on? Oh, thank fuck for that. I thought I gave it the wrong engine. It's fine. Just the engine wasn't on. It's okay. We're okay. Everything's fine. Right. There we go. Save. 11 minutes. 2 minutes till that burn. To that node at least. The node's not really on the peri. Move it along. 13 minutes till that burn. 11 minutes till that burn. So, sorry, my brain is malfunctioning. If I'm slowing down, right, this vessel, yeah, then this is fine. Then that one will keep speeding onwards. We're okay. I'm not going to have a huge collision about to occur. Here we go. Initiate the burn any second now. Now. Yeah. Not yet, A97 Sund. I haven't really checked it. Whoops. Point towards maneuvering node. Yes, the sub notifications are switched off for now, Y-sub. For some reason, something went wrong with the Streamlabs thing. Can we leave this burning if I change objects? No, I can't. Can't switch objects under acceleration. It should be fine. It will reduce the efficiency somewhat of that other engine, but it's okay. We're going to be here for... yeah, we're going to be here for like 6 minutes, I'm afraid. Ugh. What's this space toaster going to do? I don't actually know. Sorry, I cannot remember why I launched this. I launched it for some reason. Alright. Thank you, Space Honey Ango. Thank you very much, Space Honey. Thank you. Hi there, Quebec. ZF Quebec is in the chat, along with ZF Waffle. Hope you're very well, Quebec. And thank you, Hesk. Thank you very much, Hesk. Messi's there. Hi there, Messi. Messi says Soviet smells. That's a bit rude. It's very rude. Right. Also, what's that animal doing? There appears to be a dog flopped down there. Yeah, she's happy. She's a happy girl. Belly full of treats. Right. How can you fit so much fuel into that tiny craft? You just pack it really densely. Oh. I think that's... yes, I think that's true, Redder. I can't remember. So now that I think about it, I'm starting to wonder if this probe was not sent here to be a probe, but sent here to be spare parts? To be retrieved by the space plane? Maybe? Now that I look at it? So I don't know if I'm deploying this resource scanner to be a resource scanner, or deploying it so that we can pinch it and stick it on the ISS. But if that's true, then why wouldn't I just send it with... well, I did send it with Daisy. Maybe I sent it with Daisy but put it on a probe core just because? As an option? I don't know. I need to have a look at the ISS, which is the Ike space station, to figure out exactly what it's doing and why. But if this were going to the ISS, then why didn't I give it one of the narrowband scanners? We'll figure it out. Let me just get the vessel. Hey, sausage. How you doing, cutie? You being cute? Are you being cute? You being cute? Oh, yeah, you cute belly. Oh, yeah, you cute belly. Where's your cute belly? Oh dear. Yeah, she's happy. Look at her. You alright, sausage? Yes. What do you want? You want a biscuit? No? No? Okay. She doesn't want a biscuit. Probably, yeah. She probably wants a cuddle. She's such a cuddle bug. She's the kind of dog that just wants to flop on your lap when you've got a cup of tea and just snooze quietly. She's definitely the type of like pensioner dog, you know, when they've got their comfy chair or whatever. And she's like, lap, lap. Also, 1 minute. I've lost the music. Just going to pop something back on. Let's go with this one. Right. So, for the people just joining, I'm just trying to decelerate a probe of unknown purpose. I attached this, I put it on one of the other ships just over there, and that ship, which is now hurtling off at 69 kilometers away from us, that one's got to do its own deceleration in a minute. I was going to decelerate them together, but that one's Delta V is actually not that amazing now that I look at it, considering where it's going. So, Okay. Almost done. Then I'll leave it and go to the other one, focus on that. Thank you, Ben the Beast. Thank you very much, Ben. Of course, Jared. Welcome indeed. Yes, I think I've got enough footage for one more CSGO bullshittery. After that, I would need to, I guess, play some more games with the clan collectively to get more footage. But CSGO has sort of fallen out of favour over the last few years or so. How did we get the idea to play it? I can't remember, mister. We played something like a year and a bit ago, and it was a bit naff. We played a game, and then we either thought it was a bit naff, or like we played everything there was to play, and then someone suggested why not do Team Fortress 2, and so someone made a server like 15 minutes later. No, sorry, we screamed and yelled mag until he turned up and made us a server, and then we just had fun with it. That's pretty much it. That's as far as the plan went. That Warhammer Horde game. Warhammer Horde game. Was it Space Marine? What? That Space Marine? Eternal Crusade? Was that it? No, not Vermintide. That was naff. It was something else. Might have been that Warhammer game, maybe. Okay, how are we doing? Almost. Note the blue line curving around. Cool. Sweet. And stop. Leave it there. Right, so leave that probe alone for the minute. Let's go sort out the other one, which is now flying way away from us. So warp 2. Can I select it, please? Or do I have to go back to the tracking station? Don't do this to me. Select Daisy. There she is. Switch 2. So we're now far enough away from each other that it's now a separate object on the tracker. Right. Right, so how are we doing? Turn to face the maneuvering node. We've gone past the maneuvering node, haven't we? Whoops. Who's this? Oh, that's the Duna base. It hasn't even intercepted. What the? But that didn't. I wanted to select Daisy. Back to the tracking station. Okay. Eternal Crusade had so much potential. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. But it did feel horribly, hideously unfinished, even years later when we tried it again. Okay, so Daisy, there we go. Oh, thank you, the Nixer Collective. Thank you, Nixer. Thank you. Thank you sincerely. Thank you. And Ben the Beast, and Yoriko, and Hesk. Thank you. Oh, do you know, Noctu? Did I say why I sent the probe? Right, there we go. That's the craft we want. Might as well just start decelerating immediately. Are we pointing in the right direction? Point to face the maneuvering node. Save. 5-minute burn. Shit, it's going to be tight. In fact, if it's going to be this tight, why not just jettison this and use these engines? Twitch engines. What's their thruster weight? Pretty shite, to be honest. Darn. Darn. What am I going to do? What's that? That's the MK Lander can. Shit. Thinking. I could drop some extra weight. Do I have one of those vents to drop the mono? No, I'm going to need the mono. Okay, I'm going to quick save and then I'm going to detach this engine. Stand by. This. Be careful. Right. That's frustrating. Oh, yeah, if I smash into that probe, it's going to be hilarious. No, wait, I shouldn't, should I? No. We've got enough separation. I'm slowing down, not speeding up. Also, my right ear is really enjoying this engine. What the fuck? What's it doing that for? Okay, so we have 1,322 Delta V. Why is that like annoyingly loud in my ear? Hang on, fucking turn that down. That's actually kind of irritating. Turn it down there. What? What are you making noises for? Oh, you're yawning. Sorry, just turn down the engine. Yeah, sorry, Bullet. I don't know why that engine was loud. What's that? What have I put there? Place anywhere. Oh, I see. I've got some little bit of extra mono. Hang on to that for now, then. How much do I have? Quite a bit. Okay. Well, mainly, in my brain, I was thinking that ditching the empty fuel tank that I was going to ditch anyway to do a burn would give me more Delta V. That was what was in my brain. But saying that, I didn't see the Delta V calculation change, so maybe that engine, the empty fuel tank was so empty that it didn't matter? I don't know. So I would say that I thought it would give me more delta V, but the calculation was not altered when I jettisoned the engine, so I don't know. Okay. So 1,120 delta V. We're reducing our speed by an extra 533 meters per second to bring ourselves down to Duna. But this thing is going to Ike, so we're taking a slight detour. So we need to bring ourselves low enough so Ike is beneath us, let Ike catch up, intercept Ike. As we come on down high, make an inclination change when it's potentially at its cheaper, and try to get over the point where we need to land. This thing has wheels, so we don't need to land exactly where we're going. But also, why does that detach? A lander can to bring Bill. Of course, because this is Daisy, isn't it? This section. So we land. Well, hang on. Does Bill... Thinking about this... Bill's an engineer. He can just lift this stuff off, put it on Daisy, and detach the lander can. Can't he? Giving ourselves even more delta V. The lander can is light, but we'll take off a decoupler. A lander can. Yeah, why not? Can anyone in the chat think of any reasons why not? Ruins the aesthetic. Okay. I mean, Bill, it will mean that you're going to be hanging on to the side of the damn spacecraft like the whole journey from here on out. Okay. Thank you, Malekith. Thank you very much, Malekith. Thank you. Is there anything too big for him to move? Good question. I don't know. Oh God, have you farted, honey bunny? Disgusting animal. Also, she's shaking her head and scratching one of her ears. Gonna get in there with a bit, with a wet wipe. She'll make a big fuss. She always does. Okay. We're not going into an atmosphere, blue-eyed. At least, if the plan goes to the plan, then we're not going into an atmosphere. Okay. Oh. Okay, stop. In fact, okay, so I'm going to save it now. We're at a weird inclination because of that burn. Shit. An inclination fix we'll have to make. Right, so hold on a second. Let me just quick save. So, here's my plan. I should have done this sooner, to be honest. EVA. Right, switch on your light so we can see what the fuck we're doing. Now then, what I'd like you to do is... That's not part of it. Okay. So using your laser, take these radiators and shimmy them over. Take that solar panel, put it there. Take that chair. This is now your this is now your chair, Bill. Put it there. That should be it. Okay. So now, is there anything in the lander? Oh, wait a tick. Does the lander can contain the repair kits that we need? Oh, oh no. Okay. Is there nowhere else they can be stored? Are you sure you can't hold them, Bill? You need your jetpack, obviously. That's how you're going to get around. You can hold repair kits. Okay. In which case, take a seat. Right. Hi there, Bill. Right then, so... Repair kits there. Is there nowhere else I can store repair kits? That's a fuel tank. Reaction wheel. No, we don't really have... What's that? What's that for? Oh, that deploys the robot arm. So 632 Delta V. So what happens when I do... I mean, does he absolutely need the jetpack? Yes, he does, doesn't he? But there are jetpacks down there with the pilots. Just don't let go, whatever you do. I might need him to let go. Okay, fuck it. 4 repair kits I'm hoping should be enough. Wait, rechargeable battery? Does it open? Ah. There are batteries in there. Are they all of our... No, there's 2 batteries here. Do I care about these batteries? Not really. Let's do it then. So 832 Delta V, decouple. We got 899 Delta V, jettisoning that. Okay. So, Bill, is there any... Wait, you can take off that decoupler if it'll let you. Is there anything else we can ditch? Not really. Okay, 1 second, Bill. Could you step out your seat? And could you pull that remnants of the... Yeah, we won't do that. Right. So, keep those repair kits on you. The wheels? Nope, we're definitely going to need the wheels. For where we're going. Alright. 705 Delta V. So by reducing our mass, we've increased the Delta V calculation. Alright. So, we should probably fix this inclination, shouldn't we? While we're super up high. Wait until the descending node before we do it. How long have we got to wait? 33 days. Add maneuver there. Okay. Set alarm. Fix ink for Daisy. 33 days from now. Right. You hang out there, Bill. You'll be alright. So Bill is technically the refuel rescue for the guys down on Duna. So if this doesn't work out, we're in trouble. Bill's the rescue mission. Do we need to send a rescue mission for the rescue mission? That's the next question. Okay. Right, so the next vessel, MK2 intercepts with Duna. Let's switch over to it. So, for the people just joining the stream, you're looking at 3 separate craft, technically 4 because one was a satellite, which are now arriving at Duna. This one is going to Duna's moon, which is supposed to represent Phoebos and Deimos, is that their names? The 2 moons of Mars. Technically, Ike is much, much larger than the ones in real life, as in the real world equivalent versions. Those moons are so small, in fact, I believe their surface area is only as large as, well, some of the smallest states in the world, in fact, like places like Luxembourg, I think. So their surface area is tiny. Right, 1 minute. But nevertheless, they are moons, just very, very tiny ones. Although one of them, if my brain is remembering it correctly, one of them is escaping and the other one is falling. So the one that's going to escape is going to leave in like a few million... No, is it a few million or a few 100,000 years? And the other one is going to crash into Mars. Well, it's either going to crash or it's going to get ripped apart by tidal forces and turn itself into a ring. So Mars is either going to get a ring or a piercing, I guess. Sorry, what am I doing? Daisy probe, lander. Here it is, Duna base. What's this? What's this about? What do you want? You just want cuddles. You just want some cuddles. You're an extremely cuddle-focused dog, aren't you? She cannot stand it when she's not getting cuddles. I know. Yes, I know you want some cuddles. Oh, your ears are very warm. You've got very warm ears. Oh, yes, I know. You yawning. Yes, yes. Dear. Okay, so how long until this thing requires its maneuver? Oh, it hasn't actually intercepted Duna yet. What the fuck? Okay. You haven't intercept 2 days until you intercept Duna? MK2 intercept Duna. Warp next. Let's go. Okay. Oh shit, careful, careful, careful. What was that? Were we running out of power? Electrical charge extremely low. Am I not facing this? Oh, careful, turn it. Turn it, turn it, turn it. Where's our electrical charge? Where is the electrical charge? Where's the... There. Turn to face. I can't deploy the solar panels. Or can I? For this type. Can I retract them? Oh yes, I think I can, can't I? I think we can get away with it. Okay, hang on. We discussed... Yeah, sorry. For some reason I was operating under the assumption that we couldn't subsequently retract the solar panels once deployed. But we can? Yes, we can. Okay, it's fine. This thing is going down into Duna's atmosphere, so yeah. And while Duna's atmosphere is not much of a heavyweight, it will snap off solar panels if we try to come in aggressively, which we will. Alright, so... ZF SWAT Knight is in the chat. Hi there, SWAT Knight. Hi indeed, I hope you're okay. Wait, sorry, what is going on here? MK2? Where's Jeff? Jeff is there? Has Jeff... Have I fucked up my alarm system here? The encounter here... Right, stop this. This is the MK... Yeah, this is the base foundation. So, I'm actually going to put a new maneuvering node there. Then reduce... There we go. Go up there. Right. Stop it. Cool. And is that maneuvering node 1 or maneuvering node 2? It's maneuvering node 1. There we go. So then, cancel, do... What are you doing, you daft animal? Okay, so this is Duna Base 2. Descend. No, what's this is round orbit. There we go. And then remove that. And then go check on Jeff to make sure he's okay. So save. So that's 5 days. No. 2 days. What about Jeff? Where is he? There. What are you doing, you silly sausage? You just want some attention. You just want some attention. You're a great big... Look at you, you're hussy. You're hussy. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. Oh, you just want some attention. You just want some attention. You just... Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, yes. Yes, you jack up. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Who's a good dog? Who's my good dog? Yes. Who's your good dog? Ooh. Ooh. She's cuddling. Ooh, she's cuddling. What's this? What's that, huh? What's that? Is that the microphone? What's that microphone, huh? Yeah, is that the microphone? What's it? Yes. Oh, I'm getting licks. Okay. I'm getting licks. Yes. What? 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 Mwah. She's trying to lick my nose. What? What? One minute. Right. She's wiggling her bum She's trying to wag her tail, but her tail is tiny, so she's just kind of wiggling her butt on my lap. You're wiggling your butt. Little wiggly thing. Yes. Now she's flopped her entire body onto my left arm. I'm sort of cradling her like a baby on her side. Yes. You little cuddle bug. When are you gonna get a job, huh? Little scrounger. Right. Oh, hang on. Okay, this has been made much harder. She's now quite yeah, she's pinned. Well, both of my arms are free. Hang on. Right, so here's Jeff. So when's Jeff's intercept? Hang on. Okay, so he's some time away. Hang on. Delete that. What? I'm literally head scratching you. You stop whinging. Right. Add maneuver. Hang on. There we go. Cool. And this one's going to Duna. So there we go. Add alarm. And this is Jeff orbit. Okay, so what's first then? So Duna base round orbit in 2 days. So let's go there. Okay. Okay, so the first craft should now be in position. The Duna base section. Let's switch over to it. There we go, thank you. Switch to the Duna base. I'm gonna have to pop you on the sofa, honey. You're in the way of the keyboard. I know. I love you. I love you. Right, come on. Right. Good girl. That's my keyboard. Good girl. Good girl. Yes. Yes, you're very good. I know. Right. I'll sprinkle some biscuits on the sofa and that'll keep her distracted for a little bit. What's that? What's that? What's that? Right. Okay. So here we go. So right, the base section. So this is actually going to be going down to Duna, where I'm going to try and land it on the equivalent of Olympus Mons, the largest mountain in the solar system that we know of. Right. So turn to face the maneuver. It's a 49-second burn. Okay. Yeah. Probably can't be a full burn though. So it's 683 delta V. We've got 2,270. Okay. So yes, Mars, and I presume Duna as well, used to have some pretty heavy tectonic plate activity. That's long since stopped. But Mars has these huge volcanoes, gigantic things, which I think were, if I remember correctly, were like so a huge amount of like a bulge of magma, which then obviously punched through the surface, creating this sort of meandering chain of volcanoes. But yeah, the Olympus Mons is absolutely enormous. Holy shit. A volcano to pretty much defeat all other volcanoes in any sort of meaningful competition. Yeah, exactly. Olympus Mons makes every other volcano just look like a small hill. Okay. There we go. So that's stop. That should be good. Confirm maneuver. There we go. So we're in high orbit. Sweet. Leave it there. And then what's the next task? So Jeff's intercept in 3 days. Let's switch over to Jeff. Right. Thank you, Nix FL. Thank you very much, Nix. Thank you. Good question. Yes, how is it in size relative to... Well, I can't tell you relative to Yellowstone, the super volcano, but consider the fact that Olympus Mons is so massive that the curvature of the planet sort of... You could stand on the top, and you wouldn't be able to tell. Apparently, you wouldn't be able to tell even on a hill, because it's so huge that the curvature of the planet comes first before the slope. Apparently. I don't know what it's like to stand in Yellowstone. Wait, sorry. Isn't that a... Yellowstone is like... It's a basin, isn't it? That's rising up? Is it a crater from its former explosion? How does Yellowstone work? It's a caldera. So what happens if you stand in the middle of Yellowstone? Are you standing in a... Can you like see cliffs around its edge? What's she doing? No, it's a super caldera. Too big. Okay. Okay, burn time. So 5 days until the burn. Let's warp straight there. So sorry, explain to a foreigner. So where is Yellowstone? Like if you were to look at the map of America, like middle, up, down, left? To the northwest, top left. Ah. So there's like a bunch of mountains. So looking at America, there's the middle bit where everyone like shags their sisters and farms corn, and then to the left there's like this mountain chain, right? Is it before the mountain chain or after the mountain chain? Oh shit. Upper Midwest, north of the Rocky Mountains. Okay. Imagine being from the UK and mentioning incest. Yeah, that's true. But more than fucking each other, we just loved fucking everyone else. It's a nice country you've got there. Be a shame if something happened to it. Okay. 2 days, let's go. Alright. Oh look, Ike is hiding behind Duna. You can just see it poking out there. Is that Ike? Must be. Alright, there we go. So, 3,600 Delta V, we're now spending about 600. Should be fine. Dog trying to get comfy. You alright, sausage? You being good? You're looking at me. Cool, there we go. Right, now then, let's go back to... Well, which vessel are we doing first? We should probably focus on Daisy, because Bill is quite literally strapped onto the side of Daisy, going, what the fuck? So where is she? The Daisy Mk1 lander. Let's go over there. Which piece, though? Because there's a bunch of debris. Oh, hold on. Damn. Of course, the lander can. I'll have to deprioritize that and make that debris. Really? Only 640,000 years ago? Energetic bum. Jesus, I thought it was way... That's nothing. 640,000 years ago is nothing. I didn't realise Yellowstone exploded so recently. Jesus. That's the last time it exploded. Huh. Yeah, that's no time at all. Jesus. Sorry, what am I doing? I need to set this as debris. Why can't I? Classify decoupler. Huh. Odd. Isn't it normally a drop down up here? No, it's normally a right click and assign ID debris. Switch this. What's this? It's already marked as debris, is it? Ah, there we go. That's what we wanted. All right, now here's the question. How do we safely get down to Ike? And then how do we... Okay, so we'll focus on the inclination change first. Do we need to focus... What's the inclination difference? 5.8 degrees. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna risk it. I'm not going to fix the inclination. I'm just gonna come down to Ike and see what that intercept is. Because bear in mind, we have to do an inclination change anyway. So let's just lean into the inclination we've already got. Not that it matters too much. I'm quibbling over a tiny amount of delta V. But we only have 705 delta V, so I shouldn't push it. 1 second, can I just consult my notes? Sorry, to clarify, Lulu is not my notes here. Lulu, how do you get to Ike? She's not very helpful. 1 minute. So Duna, plane, asteroid grabbing, Ike learning. Oh no, okay, so the only learning I've got for Ike is that it will take me about 300 delta V. Shit. To come down from low orbit. For real? So what, I've only got 400 delta V to get down to Ike? Oh god. Are we going to be okay? I mean, we do have a little bit of... an incy-wincy bit of mono, but... Fuck, can we do this? I really hope we can do this. Inclination learnings, Duna... Shit. Right, we're going to have to give it a welly then and hope for the best. Bit of litho braking on the way? Maybe. Oh, shit. Hang on. Right, I'm going to go from the ascending node. I'm going to select Ike as my target. Oh, it's already set as the target. 1 minute. Come down here. Is that an Ike intercept straight off the bat? Almost. Okay, just give it time. Come down a bit more. Ike will be over there. We can just be patient with Ike and wait until it's in the right place. Ah, I've got to contend with the fact that Ike's gravity well is teeny. What about a slight inclination fix? It would have to be very slight. Hold on. Okay, well, Ike's giving us a little kiss there. That might work, weirdly. Okay, that might... What the fuck? Okay, so... Oh, that's weird. Okay, so we're going to come here, right? And when we do, Ike, which is going to be here, is going to be like, yoink, and it's going to grab us and then pull us on this weird polar orbit and then fling us free, and then we're going to fall into Duna. Sort of. That's a strange catch, but weirdly that might just work, and it's only 42 delta V. Okay. Give it a save. Which side are we falling in? So we're falling on this side. Are we being pulled back? No. Forward. You know what? I'm just going to take it. That's a 29-day... Yeah. 29 days. So speed up the time. So sorry, Bill. You're going to be... How are you feeling? Oh, he's happy about it. Okay. So he's spending a month just... There he is. We're over here. Where are we? Somewhere? Where are we? We're over here? Switch over to the ship. Over to the craft. Otherwise I'm going to get seasick. Thank you, Graf and McZeus. Thank you very much. Am I gravity braking by accident? I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think it's kicking us out way too high. Okay. So long as we have 300-ish delta V to come on in, and we do have the wheels, so even if we don't land directly on the target, we can just drive over to the target. So for the people just joining, you're looking at a milk cow vessel, which is designed to go from the surface of Ike, the moon of Duna. What's going on? Is there an alarm that I'm meeting? Fix ink for Daisy. Oh, yeah, never mind. We're not fixing it. Carry on. Warp to next maneuver. Right there, please. Yep. So basically, this craft is going to be going down to the moon of Duna. It's going to be refueling and then taking that fuel back up into orbit. So it's got to have a little bit of delta V to do that job, but mostly just carry fuel. Awaiting us at Ike are a couple of Kerbal nauts who are kind of stuck because they need an engineer. They don't know how to fix something, and the engineer is bringing the repair kits and his own ability to fix basically a grappling hook in order to transfer the fuel, which is the purpose of the grappling hook. It's like a grabber nose cone. It transfers stuff from point to point. Okay. I'm actually going to temporarily drop the thrust. It's about half. 51.5. Put 50. I need to remember to put this up to maximum afterwards. The reason I'm doing that is for some reason when I go full thrust, my centre of gravity is not great, so it's knocking me off weirdly. Hence the inclination weirdness. Fuck's sake. It's fine, it's good enough. Right. So here we go. Burn time. Oh shit. There we go. See, like that. Right. Where is Ike? I would like to select Ike, please. So there's our planned trajectory. Gently, gently, gently. Okay, so what's going on here? Okay, so we're flying over here. Ike's there, right? And when we do, Ike is just going to pull us over the top of one of its poles, and then it's going to fling us free. And after that, we're going to be in orbit around Duna. Okay. It might even be giving us a little bit of... Huh. If I were to come in on the other side, would it slow me down? I'm not going to fuck with it, to be honest. I'm just going to leave it alone. Because that might be absolutely what we need. Yeah. I think we're going to be okay, everyone. Alright, let's do it. So near the periaps, let's start bringing us down. That's only like 40 delta V. Alright, alright. Oh, what the fuck? No, that's fine. Ike's going to be in the middle, right? Weird. Give it a quick save just in case this doesn't work. Right, so selecting the craft as the target. Warp to next maneuver. Here we go. So, here we go. What am I naming this maneuver? The "Oh God, I hope we don't die" maneuver. Tilo, so effectively through space travel, we are just continuing in the same direction unless another force acts on us. So right now, note the blue line, we're just going to fly off around Duna right now because that's a huge, well, object here generating a huge amount of, well, a huge curve in space-time that we're sort of falling around. Like the old experiment of lots of weighted objects on a sheet being held between a bunch of people. We're falling around its cone. So the only way we can alter our course is to burn propellant, which is what we're doing now. So I'm calculating small maneuver changes where, quite simply, I'm just reducing my speed or increasing my speed in order to either fling myself further along the cone or make my fall even sharper. So note, so now that we've arrived at Ike, it is making its own cone here, you see, and we're sort of falling around the edge of that cone. You know, like when you put a penny into the side of one of those machines in a shop, and the penny goes around the side and sides until it falls into the middle. We're just altering the speed of the penny. That's all we're doing. If we slow down, we will fall down to the middle of the cone and then down into the collection pit at the bottom. Which is technically what we want to do. We do want to do that. We just want to do it in a controlled way so that the penny lands smoothly rather than clinks onto the pile. And in this case, explodes horrendously. Of course, not the best example because yes, good point. The coin does have friction both with the surface and with the air. You're correct. So not the best example. All right. So nevertheless, so our coin is circling around the cone of Ike. At this point, we're going to reduce the coin's speed to make our fall even faster. Point to face maneuver. So we point the ship, we point the engines in the direction that we're traveling, and do a short, controlled burn. We're reducing our speed by about 40 meters per second. We're traveling at around 308 meters per second. So as the coin speed goes down, its route becomes tighter. Now the reason that we're on such a weird angle here is that the planet is rotating, the moon is rotating beneath us. So we just need to wait for our landing site to appear beneath us. Oh, wait, confirm maneuver. So our landing site is all the way down there. So rather than turn to meet it, we just wait until Ike turns to meet us. Although, I would like to go lower. Okay. So we go from the apoapsis, add maneuver. I can just do it manually, to be honest. Just eyeball it. Quick save it. Warp here. Yes, I need to up the engine strength, don't I? In fact, tell you what. Up the engine strength. All those Twitch engines give me back full control. But which way are we going? Is it... Let me just drop these down by about 5%. Because I think... Is it the lower engines are knocking me off course? Because they're a bit... Because us... hang on. There we go. Try that. Okay, turn to face retrograde. Alright. And give me a small burn. How far are we on the app? Yeah, it's a bit more controlled. There we go. Come down to... So we're currently... So the periapsis, our lowest point of orbit, is just passing 100 kilometers. Let's come down to 30 kilometers. Here we go. 55 kilometers from the surface. Hi there, Solaire. Welcome indeed, Solaire. There we go. 30 kilometers from the surface. Speed up time again. Select Ike as the target. Wait for the periapsis, the lowest point of orbit. Whoops, I just passed it. That was stupid. Oopsie doopsie. Okay, I'm not going to quick save just in case I've already made a mistake. Hopefully it's okay. Right, cool. Oh no, there's one of our landing sites. Alright. Initiating burn. So again, just slowing down. We're moving at 400 meters per second. Let's come down. Let's come down. I've got readouts of my apoapsis here, so I don't have to look at the map. Alright, let's come down to around about the same. Don't go too low, because then I can't speed up the like fast travel the time. Whoops, yeah, that might be too low, because we've just dropped to 23 kilometers on the periapsis. I don't know how tall some of these mountains are, so let's not push our luck here, shall we? Right. So, which way are we traveling? We're moving this way. Okay. So, where is our landing site? Let's wait for a favourable landing. So, there they are. Hey, Jeff. Okay, so we're going to have a landing site any moment. Although it will be on the dark side, but that's why we packed lights. Okay. Wait for another couple of rotations. So Jeff moved away from his ore field. No, he ran out of... No, he got damaged, didn't he, before he reached the centre of the ore field. Okay, wait for him. One more rotation. Yeah, we'll go on the next one. Here we go. So, we're just going to go... Alright. Here we go. Give me a maneuvering node. Let's go from about here. Add maneuvering node. And then just reduce our speed so that the coin falls into the pot. I found a new favourite analogy, as you probably noticed. Right. So that's... Where's the site? There it is. So that's probably where Jeff will be, roughly. Probably, by the time we get there. Maybe just a little smidge this way, maybe. We'll try and fly over it intentionally, just a little bit. That way we can slow down dramatically in order to get where we're going. All right. Now, this lander hasn't landed before, so I rather hope we got the calculations correct. I will quick save it now, and hopefully Bill doesn't explode. I will pop the music back on as well. 1 second. Right. Let's go with... Let's try this one. Whoops, sorry. Right. Alright, here we go, folks. Maneuvering node in 6 minutes. Good luck, Bill. Although Bill is not in control, he's just along for the ride. Mission control is in control. Initiate the lights. Oh, they're facing down? Yeah, sort of, but not backwards. Only for our forward. Oh, no, wait, there's some at the back there. We'll be alright. Here we go. Speeding up time. One minute until the burn. Turning to face maneuver. Very good. Changing orbital calculation correct. Switching over from surface to terrain. We are 23 kilometers from the surface. Okay. Oh, I'm sure, Cav Blue. I'm sure the guys and I will return to Space Engineers at some point. So again, just speaking at the back to the people not familiar with space travel or Kerbal in general. So this is really what they did when they landed on the moon. They just started orbiting it low, and then the lander, a nice small lander with only a couple of dudes in it, just detached and then slowed down. That's all they had to do. Just slow down, fall towards the surface, just land, and then when they wanted to take off again, they just pointed, well, the vehicle was already pointing up. They detached from the legs and just went straight up, picking up enough speed to meet their lander again, and the dude left in it. Here we go. Engines are still off by... Which way are we bopping? I think I need to down their strength a bit. I'll do that momentarily. Here we go. So we are now on a descent. We're going down. Drop the lower engines to 87.5. Give me manual control, not the maneuvering node. There's our target. Speed up the time. Looks good. Coming on in. We're moving at 295 meters per second. Give me manual control. There they are. I don't even need to land on them directly, just nearby, and then we'll use the wheels. 1 second, can I just do a quick test? Ooh, bugger me. Okay, we are... Give me more power there. In fact, give me full power, I'll just manually compensate. These twitch engines are reducing my speed much slower than I anticipated. Stand by. RCS included. Okay, I'm going to have to burn very fucking early. This is going to be very dicey. My thruster weight is bad, basically, to lower something of this mass. Going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Alright. And alas, with no atmosphere, we have no parachutes that we can deploy. Okay, speed up the time. So when am I burning? 15 kilometers from the surface. Make sure I've got them as my targets. Do I have them as my target? I should set them as my target. Set Jeff as the target. There he is. Okay, 10 kilometers. I should start burning very soon. Whoa. Yeah, very limited control here. What's too strong? What's pushing me? I can manually compensate with the RCS. It's fine. Nevertheless, it is tough. Whoa, what the hell? What just did that? Is it because I activated my RCS weirdly? Whoa, my center of mass is so off. God damn. Yeah, some weirdness going on here. Have I got different thrust limits on the engines? It does feel like that. No, they're all equal. Weird. Okay, well, we're 16 kilometers from Jeff. We should be okay, as long as I'm careful. 6.7 kilometers from the surface. Definitely not enough fuel for this. Should be okay. I mean, 300 was the notes that I put for from low orbit, and we've already started the descent, so hopefully it should be enough. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Right, here we go. Okay, I'm actually going to never mind trying to maneuver over Jeff. This is close enough. Let me just focus all of my attention on the retrograde burn. In fact, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Just in case we have ourselves a little flippy accident here. Let's just retract some of this. Right, just in case, you never know. It's probably this grappling arm that's doing it. It's giving me Krakenitis. Just focus on getting down safely. I'll worry about the rest later. 3.5 kilometers from the surface. Our electrical charge is way lower than I was hoping. Shit, it's because the SAS. I'm having to compensate with so much SAS. Are we going to survive? Are we going to survive? I have this horrible feeling we're doomed. Oh dear. Horrible feeling we're doomed. We're going to run out of power and then the SAS can't run. Okay. Switch off the SAS and just do gimbals. Can I do gimbals? Or we're going to run out of power. I'm not using any SAS. What's consuming the power? I should be generating power. 700 meters. We're not slowing down fast enough. Full burn. No! No, 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 no. Whoops. The lights. Really? They were consuming that much power? Bill survived? What the hell? You're right there, Bill. Well, technically we did land. Sort of. Let's quick load that. The lights consuming that much power? Sure, but I turned off the reaction wheel. Alright, can turn off the lights. Alright, and then switch off the SAS until the very last moment. Wheel motors? Do you reckon? Brakes are on. Okay. So, no... Yeah, don't touch it. Save battery. Yeah. We might... If needs be, we can always just pick up a little bit more speed and then... Well, we haven't started the descent yet. We're starting it now, aren't we? Any second now. Well, when we hit the maneuvering node. We could always just wait till daylight, if worst comes to the worst. No big deal. Right, walk to the next maneuver. Make sure we got full fucking power. In fact, do a slight tweak so we're a bit closer, because I know that we were off by quite a considerable amount. Right. There we go. Electrical charge. There we go. Camera angle flip to the surface automatically. We're coming on down. Right, cancel that. Switch off stabilization. Preserve as much power as possible. There we go. Falling towards what will be our target, Jeff. Set Jeff as the target. There they are. Hello. Right, start a nice early burn then. Get ready. Hang on. Let's get going. Switch SAS on. Turn to face retrograde. Confirm maneuver and begin a burn. They're on a mountain as well. It's going to complicate things a little bit. So for the people just joining, you're looking at a craft that's trying to come down onto the surface of Ike, the moon of Duna. So the moon of Mars. Ike has no atmosphere to speak of. It is little more than a captured asteroid, a lumpy potato. Where's the crew? He's hanging on to the side, smiling. Okay. Just tapering down the engines there. So we're 7 kilometers above the mountain. So yeah, I need to be careful. So that mountain's going to rapidly rise to meet us. So watch that. So look, we're on the dippy bit, but any second now we're going to go up the slope. So that's going to go whoosh. Thank you, Bob Mango the Og. Thank you very much, Bob. Thank you. What's the power situation like? Much better. 709 out of 830. Maybe it was the lights that was draining the shit out of it. 6k. We're okay. The purpose of this craft is to act as a fuel ferry up and down from the surface, and Bill is on board because he needs to fix something with the mining vessel Jeff. We broke something important, and therefore it cannot transfer fuel. The two people here to solve the problem were not engineers. One was a pilot and one was a scientist. Whoops. Although technically they weren't here to solve the problem, they were here to get fuel, and then we noticed the problem. 4.5 kilometers from the surface. Moving at 168 close meters per second. About to switch to manual control. Actually, no, leave it on retrograde. I'll switch to manual just before the end. Stand by. Just under 3 kilometers from the surface, moving at 155 meters per second. Increase burn. Let's play it safe. 2.5 kilometers is nothing. And these engines are not efficient versus our thruster weight. Look how slowly we're reducing our speed. Okay, retract the solar panels just in case we have an awkward roll. Still got full control. Right, okay, we're moving at 97 meters per second. We are now 1,000 meters from the surface. We're fine, everything's fine. Thank you, Max Impact. No, that's a bad name. That's a really bad name to sub to right now. Thank you, Max. Appreciate it, but happy thoughts, happy thoughts. 500 meters, moving at 55 meters per second. We are on target, ladies and gents. Get ready to switch to manual control. 350 meters from the surface. Very good. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Tapering down that engine, come on in. Give me manual control. Whoa. Moving, so 150 meters from the surface. I will enable the lights. Even though it's a power drain, it will help me right now. 80 meters. 30 meters. Just dip us straight down and... Pop me down, pop me down. Lovely. Initiate the brakes. It's got this horrible slidiness going on. Come on, give me some brakes. It's because the traction settings are rubbish. Give me a little bit of thrust, that'll slow me down. Yeah. Welcome to Ike, Bill. Okay. Can I up the fraction control? Fraction? Traction? Fraction? What the fuck? Traction control all the way up, all the way up. Oh, so cool. There we go. Whoop. Yes. Dude. Ugh. What is going on? Brakes. Slidey. Well, this is kind of awkward. Hang on. Engine, wheel stress, motor, enabled. We are quite heavy. Is there a flat bit? I need to be able to save it. Stop it. Stop. Come on. Stop. It's frustrating. We are quite heavy. Can't forward drive. We've only got 35 delta V, you see, so we really do need to rely on the damn engines. Extend these solar panels. Alright, there we go. Come on. I'm going to toggle off the lights just in case we get desperate for power. Come on, we've got like near max traction control. Well, Bill's loving it. We could always have Jeff come down here, if worst comes to the worst. Jeff can still drive. Both vehicles can still drive. Detach the 4 fuel tanks? Oh god, no. That would be a disaster. Okay. Come on, this is the fuel we're meant to be delivering. Well, not necessarily delivering, but more proof of concept that Daisy can work. There's no point sending empty tanks. Okay, might have to. Fine. Enable access to the fuel that I was supposed to be looking after. Right. Is one of the lights still on? Oh, I've still got the brakes on. There we go. Cheers. Hopefully we don't crash, otherwise we're going to have to do the landing again. Okay. Oh, I see. It's Bill's lights. It is picking up speed. How far are we? Well, only 2.6k. Okay. Watch that power, otherwise we're going to have to wait till daybreak. Okay, so we'll try and make our way up the hill. Find the flat spot that they found themselves. And then have Bill get to work. We're moving at 10.5 meters per second, picking up speed, weirdly.
Well, I'm not sure what to believe about those stories. But I can tell you for damn sure that the girl was nowhere to be found.
2 kilometers away.
We searched every inch of the forest and found nothing.
They were friendly creatures. Not at all evil. I followed them down underground. This is my earth now. They were friendly creatures. Not at all evil. I followed them down underground. This is my earth now. They were friendly creatures. Not at all evil.
We're slowing down.
I followed them down underground.
Use the engines.
This is my earth now. They were friendly creatures. Not at all evil.
Zyko, we were carrying it. Daisy is a fuel carrier.
I followed them down underground. This is my earth now. They were friendly creatures.
So that is Carbon-Based Lifeforms, the Derelict album. My favourite band. Artist. 2 guys. From Norway? Sweden? Somewhere, sorry. Very good music. Very spooky music. I often edit listening to Carbon-Based Lifeforms. Thank you, Ulrak. Thank you very much, Ulrak. My favourite song, in fact, is RCA Positive by the Carbon-Based Lifeforms. I wanted to do a Space Engineers video to that track one day. Again, it's one of the things that, if I find the time, just finding the time. I was going to do a sort of an ask for the entire audience. I was going to ask the audience, or at least the audience who play Space Engineers, to design their own ship, save the blueprint, and then send it to me. For I had an idea. A showcase, I suppose. So long as the chips aren't like floating dicks or whatever. I was going to sort of like do a creative showcase of all the creativity. And probably penises, yes. God damn, this terrain is super challenging. Maybe once Jeff is repaired, I can keep trundling Jeff over to flatter ore plains. According to the satellite that we've got zooming overhead, there is a huge amount of ore on the polar area over there, which is why we landed here, but we didn't land close enough. Because yeah, if we're going to have to negotiate a fucking mountain every time, then it's going to be annoying. Okay, I best be careful. I still have not quick save because we're moving around. Do you need resources in the game now? Well, no. You mostly still launch everything from Kerbin, but if you can get to an area of ore, you can actually process your own liquid fuel and monopropellant. For this reason, many people decide to use low-gravity bodies, such as Minmus, as a useful refuel station. To send, say, like something heavy, well, you could just launch it empty, no fuel, just a bunch of empty fuel tanks, and then have it swing by Minmus to get refueled. That way, you've managed to negotiate past Earth's, well, huge, I suppose, what's the word for it? Well, gravity well. That initial oof. That's what they want to do with the moon. Oh yeah? Yeah, what was it? The concept of the space elevator. So having to move freight up and down from a surface. Apparently, one of the suggested plans is to try it out on the moon first, before we do anything bigger. Since apparently normal Kevlar will work fine, and could probably help sort out a lot of the engineering challenges related to building space elevators. Before, obviously we do anything that's much more expensive. Obviously we've got to sort out proper moon living conditions first, but... Shit, it's already 1:45. Fuck, I'm late for work, fuck. Yeah, whoops, sorry. Gotta get on with editing. We should connect to the moon with Earth? That's probably not feasible, no. Nor really desirable. But no, we would just need a sufficient anchor at the end of the tether. You wouldn't necessarily need something as big as the moon, just a station would be fine. Or all of the crawlers. The crawlers that are going to go up the tether. Oh, really? Andre says you can't. The moon isn't in a geos... Oh, yeah. We would have to dramatically alter its orbit, wouldn't we? That would be a pain. And beyond our technological capabilities right now, but who knows in a few hundred years? I mean, we thinking long term, if we've got a Mars colonization in mind, we're going to have to. Because, as I said, one of the moons is falling towards it. So unless we're just going to tolerate it and let it happen, and just build some really several kilometer deep diamond armored bunkers, then we're going to have to do something about that, aren't we? Nukes solve every problem? Well, in this case, nuking it would just create a huge rubble pile, which would just create even more of a hazard. No, Noster, not this moon. I'm sorry, I'm orbiting Duna. No, so technically this moon, the one I'm on. Is it Phoebos or Deimos? I'm not saying them properly, am I? One of those moons is flying off, and the other moon is falling towards Mars. So if we're serious about Mars colonization, then we're gonna have to think about what we're gonna do about that moon. Phobos, sorry. Did I say Phemos? Phobos. I mean, we've got time. We've got at least 100,000 years. We've got time. But nevertheless, that's a problem we should not ignore. Yeah, not our problem. Well, something to think about, though. We define ourselves based on our challenges, and yeah, something to think about for future colony efforts. On that note, as I keep mentioning, it's as I was reading... Oh shit, are they okay? As I was reading ages ago, when a bunch of stuff about the city of Rapture in BioShock. Surprisingly, that's not too much of a bad idea. As weird as that sounds, maybe not the splicers and the weird slugs and everything, but just having an undersea city, at least one on Earth. Because we will face many of the same challenges trying to build an undersea city as we would trying to colonize another world. And we would be able to overcome those challenges in a position where rescue is still feasible. I don't know why these wheels are struggling so badly. I thought they were going to be okay. Have I fucked something up? Steering normal, motor direction, traction control, brakes 200%. Switch our brakes full on. What have I cocked up? Motor idle? Motor enabled? No motor power? I am out of power. That's going to be a major problem. Switch off these lights then. They are off. Shit, I'm going to start rolling rapidly, aren't I? What am I going to do now? Switch friction control to override. Friction control auto. Wheel stress. Override. Friction control. Whoa. Oh, sweet. Lovely. So the auto can't handle it. Ah! Haha! Thank you. Who said that? Friction control to override. Whoever said that. Thank you. Ah, lovely. We're sort of rolling, but we'll be okay. Okay, and then brakes are on, so if I switch them off... Well, we've got low power, don't we? So hang on. Just leave the brakes on. Fuck. Do we have to wait till daylight if we're going to fix this problem? The brakes don't disengage with no power, do they? Surely they're manual. Oh, you're kidding. Oh, wait, the SAS was keeping it. Yeah, I just did save. It's okay. Shit. This fucking mountain. Such a pain. Okay. So let's speed up the time. Get daylight. There we go. There's our daylight. Full power. Alright. Switch the SAS back on. Quick save. Alright. Brakes off. Drop traction control a little bit. Roll on over. So, super late stream, sorry. Need to get on with editing in a minute. But yeah, here is Jeff, and here is the space plane with Jeb and, is it Daphla? The scientist? Bill has arrived. Your rescue has arrived. Here to fix Jeff. And swap over. Yeah, so basically refuel the space plane so they can bog off. And then Jeff will stay here as an entirely automated operation. Alright. Oh crikey. We are not slowing down very quickly, are we? Duckslayer, there's a poll in the Discord, so I'll have a look after the stream and see what people think that I should do. Either way, today I've got some scrubbing to do on a bullshittery, even if it's not the bullshittery. Okay. There we go, come to a stop. Right, hi there, Bill. Maybe we should move a little bit closer. No, that's fine. Okay, so Bill, if you'd like to unseat yourself. Hang on. Hi there, guys. Hang on. So, Daphla, if you'd like to EVA. Hello. So, so these Kerbal noughts have come from the surface of Duna, from the base over there. I can't remember. I can't recall exactly what their mission was with the space plane, but they took it up into space naturally. Right, and then they came here to refuel, only to discover that the nose cone on Jeff has been smashed completely. So, yes, that's what Daisy is here for, to transfer fuel, hence the fuel that she bought, to make sure that she can actually make the journey up and down. So, 1 second. Control, leave seat. There you go. So, what is Bill doing then? Up you go, Bill. Whee! Well, firstly, you can fix Jeff's wheels. That's something you need to do. There we go. First say hello, hello, hello. Hello, how you doing? Jeb turns around and says, "You took your bloody time." Like, sorry, it's traffic, it's space traffic. Hang on. Fucking Daphla says, "Hello, nice to see you again." Yes, yes, yes. They exchange stories and stuff and talk about how Duna is not actually made out of cheesecake, as initial measurements from Kerbin actually suspected, it is in fact rusty, made of a sort of orange talcum powder material from the millennia of dust, rusty dust that's built up everywhere. And it gets everywhere. Holy shit, it's probably still on Daffler's suit right now. Bear with me, while they're conversing, I need to take a piss. Damn chilly, everyone. I'll just turn the heating up as well and pop my fleece on. For the people joining the stream, welcome indeed. We're on the moon of Mars with 3 Kerbal Nauts who are doing a refueling operation. 1 minute, I'm just having a drink. Also, I'm just going to pop the kettle on. Okay. Indeed, Psyduck, I need to get to work momentarily. Let me just see if I can complete the mission, though. So, Daffler, just bear with. I need to switch over to Bill. So, Bill, does Jeff already have a grappler? Let's have a look. So, the space plane has a grappler. Jeff does not. It was on the nose, but it's been smashed. So, I mean, technically, Daisy can be the one to exchange the fuel, easy peasy. And the space plane does have its own. So what should be the first priority? Refueling the space plane so it can get back to its thing? Let me just fix the wheels first on Jeff so it can move around accordingly. So 1 repair kit. Now we've got 4, so we best spend these carefully. There's nowhere that I can store these on Jeff or Daisy, so... Okay. So repair kit. 1 required. There we go. Wheel reinflated. Thank you, the Psychedelic Viking. Thank you, Psychedelic. Okay, all radiators and solar panels on Jeff are fixed. Oh, 4 wheels broken, 4 repair kits. It was meant to be. Although technically I bought 8 repair kits and 4 of them are now jettisoned somewhere up there, orbiting Duna. Whoops. Can I take the grappler off Daisy and place it on Jeff? Yes, I could, but considering Daisy needs to go up and dock with other vehicles in space, then it's probably best to leave it on Daisy. 4 repair kits used. There we go. Wheels repaired. I wonder if the space plane has any repair kits on it. It's got a science kit. Doesn't have a storage unit? No. Okay. Right, so, if you guys would like to get back aboard the plane, and then we can get it refueled. So Daisy is automated. We can just have mission control refuel the jet, and then the jet can get back to where it wanted to go. Which is, I don't know, I guess the ISS now. And then they can await further missions. Alright. Daffler, if you'd like to get aboard. Now, how many does this plane seat? Presumably 2. So, Bill, sorry to do this to you, man, but you might be stuck on the back again. Alright. Is it only 2? I think this one is only 2, isn't it? So Jeb is going to be at the controls, and Bill, you're going to be on the top. Yeah, he's going to love it. Let's get aboard. Right. So, what's she's rolling off. Is she fine? Quick save. Okay. So, bring Daisy a bit closer. Now, does this work? Let's have a go. Watch this. Play. Eee. Look at that. That's like pro. Oh, I've got a dickhead, don't I? Okay. Right, so extend the arm. There we go. Grappler arm is ready. Right. Now, switch off your brakes. And then just promptly roll backwards for some reason. Right, go forwards. There we go. Look at this skill, everybody. Pro Kerbal design man. Don't run over Bill. Uh-oh. Or crash into the jet. I'm going to crash into the jet. Sorry. Okay, it's fine. We're good. Now, observe my genius as I do this, everybody. You ready? Here we go. I can now make the hinge go like this. See? Pointed down. And then it will just go like... Grab on your fucking... Yay! There we go. Daisy has grabbed on. And we can now start transferring some, but not all of the fuel, just in case we roll down the hill awkwardly. So, hello Mr. Spaceplane, would you like some fuel? You have baguette external tanks, I see. So 1 second. Start with the middle one for the sake of the weight. What are we transferring? Nope, what are we doing? Let's select the other tanks. Control click? Nope, not shift click. Alt click, alt click. There we go. Alright. Sweet. Transferring fuel. In fact, actually stop that transfer just for the second. Let me select all of Daisy's tanks. There we go. And then make sure that she's got a little incy-wincy bit remaining. So pin, 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 so that she can go over to Jeff and get some more. So it would be rather ideal if Jeff could move on to flatter terrain so we don't have to repeat this drama every single time. Okay, there we go. And then take equally from each of them. Oh, do I not have brake power on my rear wheel? Is that why I'm moving? Okay. There we go. That rear tank has been fully refueled. Now this one. Whoops. What? Oh, that's a monopropellant tank. There we go. Oh, we got that too. We got some monopropellant that we can give you. Right. She works. Daisy works. We know that she can carry this much fuel, full fuel tanks down to the surface if needs be, and presumably can easily do the opposite. Okay. Fill up this tank here. Nope, monopropellant again. Lovely. So, anything under the wing? Another baguette tank. How will Daisy get off the moon with its puny rockets? That is an excellent question. I think we found a flaw. Yeah, hold on. She doesn't have the thruster weights. Or does she? Good question. Do we need to send better engines? Like Cub engines that Bill can attach? Good question. Okay, we'll figure that out as well. Yep, a rescue mission for the rescue mission. Although technically if it's just Verna engines, we can just send a tiny probe. Like with the next transfer. And then Bill can just reattach them to Daisy. Okay. What am I doing now? Launch up the hill. Yeah, just flee. Sorry, what was I saw a comment on YouTube. I don't know if it's true, but someone said that Mars's moon, or presumably both of Mars's moons, their gravity is so puny that you could achieve escape velocity with a BMX bike and a ramp. Oh, hang on. There's a fuel tank on the back. Is it true? Right. Yeah, probably quite difficult to accelerate, yeah. Okay. The underwing tanks I probably haven't filled. There we go. And then we'll do the monopropellant tanks. Be careful, don't drain Daisy entirely because, again, she might need to counteract the act of rolling over to Jeff. We don't want to roll downhill. Phobos's escape velocity is 41 kilometers per hour, so technically you definitely could, says Jack. Would you need to wear a helmet? Thinking about that. Because if you're not coming back, then you don't need to wear a helmet. Breathing? What's that? Always wear a helmet. I'm going to sound old and stuffy, I'm aware of this. But holy fucking shit, if you go skateboarding or riding a bike or whatever, wear a helmet. It's not worth being fucking braining yourself on the pavement. Wear a helmet. What's it? Lulu's dog walker has a son, and he does lots of skateboarding. And I sounded incredibly like stuffy old dad when I was like saying, "I will pick the most expensive helmet you can find. I will buy it for you, so long as you promise me you wear it." Because I've got these visions of him just smashing his head on the concrete one day. Because he turns up not wearing a helmet with his skateboard or whatever. I'm like, oh god. Hang on. So let's fill the mono. Oh. Okay, sweet. The actor that died recently, Gaspard Ulliel, died because he, was wearing a helmet? Really? No, wasn't wearing a helmet while he was skiing and then crashed out. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth, as annoying as it is to wear a helmet, it's not worth, you'd rather have one and not need it than all of a sudden really fucking need one and not have it. Okay. Okay, sweet. So I think it's fully fueled. Now then, let's get Bill. Bill, could you just take off the seat and strap it over onto that? And is there anything... Sorry, why the radiators? What's that about? That's an odd thing for Daisy to have. Is that because Jeff has insufficient radiators? I suspect the answer might be yes. There's no reason for Daisy to have those. They're not doing anything. Okay. Take the seat, please, and carefully place it on top of the cockpit here. That's where you're going to be sitting. Front row seat. Okay. Give it a quick save. So batteries... Yeah, I think they're meant for Jeff. There's no reason for them to be on Daisy. Here we go. So grab that radiator and stick it on top of Jeff. The noseless ship was overheating. Yeah. Almost certainly the reason for... And yeah, same with the giant solar panel. Like, there's a humongous solar panel mounted... Why? Why have that? Okay. So let's grab that solar panel. Move it over here. Pop it on the floor to start with. Come on over. Solar panels... Oh yeah, I did pack a lot of batteries, didn't I? Oh, they're definitely for Jeff. Shame I jettisoned a few of them. Remember? Yeah, Daisy doesn't need all of these. Just stick them on Jeff anyway for the minute. I'll make them symmetrical in a bit. She's got battery units mounted in her, what's it called? Her probe unit, right? Damn, now that I think about that, jettisoning the batteries was a waste of time if I did have fuel to dip into. Whoops. Okay. And while we're here, let's also transfer this, I presume, junior docking port. Docking port. Put that there in the event that Daisy needs to dock with something that's not awkwardly in the way. And same with that one, just stick on the tail. Whoops, that's upside down. There we go. Alright. I think she's good. Let's just fix up Jeff a bit so he doesn't look like such a hot mess. Oh, of course! I put these tiny radiators thinking that they could expand. Didn't I? Do you remember? And then that must... Yeah, so I must have got here and been like, well, they don't work. So put these batteries here. I would put the claw on Jeff, Pandro, but I think Daisy needs that more. Daisy's going to be the one going back and forth from Jeff, delivering fuel. That being said, I didn't consider that other vessels might get here independent of Daisy and want fuel. It's my bad there, isn't it? Put that there. Put that there. There we go. Alright, so now, close that. So Jeff the probe, with your new solar panel extended, and now with your new fancy pants extendable radiators to vent your heat into space, he's like, woo! Can you now operate your... Hang on, do I have to switch them on? Shut down radiator, shut down, retract radiator. Don't need to switch those on. Can you now run your refining operations smoothly? Let's have a go. So it's quick saved. Start the surface harvester. Okay. And where's your... There it is, your processor. Oh, you're already processing. There we go. Liquid fuel and oxidizer. Then speed up the time. See what happens. Probably jank is what's going to happen. There we go. Everything looks good, although you're still running out of power at night, but that's fine. That's going to happen repeatedly anyway. Sweet! It works. The radiators are venting that heat. Hopefully they're not taking damage doing it, though. Okay. Infinity says they've seen it happen in real life. You were walking towards the shop, and there was a guy on the road without a helmet riding his motorcycle. Oh, Jesus. And was trying some tricks on the road. He loses control, slams his head into the concrete. Oh, Jesus. That was horrible, Infinity. Well, sorry I had to see that. Yeah, it's not worth it. What's the motorcycle? What? Yeah, what's that saying? You dress for the crash, not for the ride. Okay. I think we're good to go then. So, can Daisy take off on her own? Presumably she can, especially if she gets a run up. Even with those tiny little engines? I think it's safe to say that we can leave the mining operation here. Let's focus on getting the space plane up, eh? So, with no room inside, Bill, I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but you're going to have to just hold on. Okay. So what do you think? Should we get this thing up into space? Although before I do, can I just grab a coffee? I know this is a stupid long stream. Hang on. Yeah, the thruster weight wasn't enough. It wasn't 1.0 Schloop. 1 second, let me just fill up this thing with coffee. Okay. Right, so here's what I'm thinking, folks. We should take the plane up to Duna's space station, the ISS. When we get there, we'll transfer the Kerbal Nauts over to wait for their next mission, but also utilize the scanner on it to determine whether or not Olympus Mons does indeed have resources. And if it does, then a future mission with the segments of it that are now waiting for it, a space-based mission, is a go. So that's what we'll do before I end the stream. We'll take this plane up to the ISS, the Ike Space Station. Yes? Right. So, wish me luck, everybody. Let's disconnect Daisy. Release. Daisy is released. Retract. I've buggered it up somehow. Not sure how. Nevertheless. Well done, Daisy. You did a great job. Yes, you're a good little rover. Right. So, Daisy, how you doing? Yeah, you're fine. Just can you retract us? Whoa, okay, she's a bit too excited there. Calm down. Traction control brakes all the way up. Right. Why did she do that? Rearing up on her. I need you to reverse, Daisy. This wheel is not motor disabled. There we go. No? What's the problem? Steering disabled, frictionless control override. Traction control. Disable the reaction wheel. Reaction wheel was disabled. Strange. motor? I don't know why it's not moving. Reaction wheel is still on. Oh, really? Oh, I see. Hang on. Oh, Jesus. Careful. Okay, stop there. Initiate your brakes. Cool. Right. Good job, Daisy. You wait there. Now then, let's get this plane up, shall we? A little bit of lack of monopropellant in one of the tanks. Where? Is it the cockpit? Yes. But we have full mono elsewhere. Should be okay. Right. Let's get this party started, shall we? Which way are we going? Good question. Uphill? Probably downhill launch would be better. Which way are we going? Don't think it really matters, does it? Eastbound, really, actually, thinking about it. Which is where? 90 degrees. Where's 90 degrees? Switch off the brakes. That way, I think. Is it? Try reversing. Do we have motors on these engines? Careful, don't smash Jeff. Doot. You gonna smash into Jeff? Sorry, Jeff. Sorry. Sorry, dude. My bad. Hang on. Retracts, steering, disabled. How are we going to unfuck this pickle? Jeff could just move out of the way. Sorry, Jeff. Retract your drill. Retract the drill. Disable the brakes. Apologies, Jeff. Didn't mean to do that to you. I find Jeff's wheels are fine. He's got fancy pants wheels. Look at him. Don't smash the radiator. Hey. Right, you and Daisy, you two can hang out. You two will make a fine pair, working together to refuel vessels. Take care, Dark Cookie. Have a good one. Have a lovely day. Initiate brakes. Lovely. Okay. So, as for you guys, Jeb has control. Bill is hanging onto the roof for some reason. Switch off those brakes. There we go. That's where we're going. We're going this way. Right. So, I believe we're ready. Cool. Hopefully Jeff can move to a more favourable location soon, and then, yeah, we won't have to deal with this bloody hill every time. Cool. So, eastbound we go. Although, if we go directly east, we're still going to be on a horribly wonky... Yeah, so it's going to be weird anyway. Just get up into orbit. We'll deal with that in a bit. A little bit of orbit, not a huge amount of orbit. So, here we go. Quick save, and... Actually... It's fine. Let's just go. Stabilizer enabled. Initiating Terriers, and off we go. Hang on, Bill. Hang on tight. Okay. Waiting for about a minute, then initiating a 90-degree burn. Stand by. Just trying to clear that hill. Initiating burn. You okay, Bill? Yeah, he's fine. Orbit achieved, but it's very low. Stand by. Waiting 13 minutes to the apoapsis and then doing a tiny, tiny burn. Jeb, point prograde. You have control. Waiting 13 minutes. Ah. That's our other landing site over there. Tiny burn. There we go. We have a proper orbit. Inclination's a bit shit. So we should probably go much higher and then sort the inclination. Let's actually do that from the ascending node. Warp right there. We'll go all the way up here to the edge of Ike's gravity well, and then change inclination to try and come into line with the ISS. Thank you, Oblivion. Thank you very much, Oblivion. Okay. So I'm going to quick save it there in case I cock it up. Here we go. Picking up speed. Right. Need to prepare this coffee. It's just in front of me. Damaged Ike's satellite, not one of ours. Different company. Hi there, Oblivion. Welcome indeed. And thank you then, Oblivion. Thank you for doing that. Okay. There we go. So that's us leaving Ike's tiny gravity well. And we're entering Duna's orbit. So probably we should actually do the inclination change when we get into the highest point of Duna's orbit, really, shouldn't we? Or rather... yeah, it's fine. Hang on. So, let's wait until we're free. So how long do we need to wait? So 1 hour and 44 minutes. There we go. Thank you, Normal Man from Argentina. Thank you very much. Thank you. There we go. And Toxic Smile. Thank you, Toxic Smile. Thank you. Right, there we are. We're free. So let's now select the ISS, the Ike Space Station, as our target. Okay, so there's a 13-degree inclination difference between us and them. So I think from the ascending node, or maybe we should even go higher. Well, we need to go lower, don't we? Going higher first probably isn't wise. How much would it cost me if I try to change the inclination? So fixing the inclination from there will cost me 39.4 delta V. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Turn to face the maneuver. So warp to next maneuver. Cool. Where's that coffee? Coffee. Here it is. How did we live before coffee? I don't even know. Right. Do I have any advice about procrastination or distractions? None, Jaw. Sorry, Jaw? Jam, even. Scraw Jam is the full name. None whatsoever, considering I am quite literally procrastinating and being distracted by Kerbal Space Program instead of my actual job, YouTube editing. So I'll get back to you on that. I was supposed to get to work, like an hour and a half ago. Whoops. Here we go. Sweet. So, how's the inclination? It's now 0.1, it's fine. Maybe teeny tiny a little bit more. Oh, I'm making it worse. It's fine. Should be fine. Right, so now let's go to the apoapsis, the highest point of orbit, and reduce our altitude all the way down. Whoops, we've accidentally encountered Ike again. Hello, Ike. Let's just come down to... Actually, sorry, thinking about it, that inclination is still a little bit annoying. Could we fix that? Oh, fuck it, it's fine. Confirm maneuver, confirm maneuver. Go to the ascending node. Select Duna as the target, just so I can see what the fuck I'm doing. Fuck. There we go. Select the ISS as the target, if I haven't done so already. Set as target. There we go. And then from the maneuvering node, here we go. Reduce our speed and therefore altitude. That's the other way. Okay, now I just want to come a little bit above it. So we've got to repeat the maneuver on the other side. Okay, that's fine. Come down to around about there. So how high is it? Okay, about 176 to 133 kilometers. So, just so you're aware, Duna's atmosphere is what, like sorry, is it 20 kilometers? I think it's a bit more, isn't it? Is it 40 kilometers? So yeah, the station is well clear of it. Okay, 94 kilometers is fine. Do a maneuver number 2 to clear Ike before it causes problems for us. And come down to match whatever that was. Oh, 127. Yeah. There we go. Sweet. And then we'll just wait for a favourable intersect. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Can we come down all the way to 133, isn't it? 137, 131. Cool. Then we'll get some favourable intersects right there. Sweet. Okay, so let's warp to the next manoeuvre. Warp to maneuver 1. So that's 5 days until this maneuver. Here we go. There's our craft. I would like to kill a Manjoro. Definitely. Although, I mean, technically, I would do a video essay now, since I feel I've met my promise. In exchange for doing that Isle video essay, I promised my Twitch subscribers and my patrons that I would do several bullshitteries. I subsequently spent the rest of 2021 doing nothing but bullshitteries, so I feel that I've met my promise. That being said, I didn't want to do a video essay now, because I just finished TF2, and TF2 nearly killed me. I was so tired after TF2. I don't think I could I can't manage another super complicated project. So I've picked a bunch of options which are on a poll, and if you'll forgive me, they're simple options. They're much more straightforward. So I need a simple one. I need a simple, like, already partially nested, footage is well recorded, won't require voice work or animation or other really, oh my god, I'm up at 3 in the morning trying to make this work type deals. Whoops, missed the burn. Hang on. Should be fine. Here we go. I'm now reducing my speed. Granted, I know I'm doing it to myself, but you know what I mean. As in, I just needed a Oh, confirm maneuver. Oh no, is that the new maneuver? Wait, is that the new maneuver? Yes, it is. Oh, sweet. So it automatically did it. I know, Finny. But I mean, I don't know what to say. I can't. At this point, I feel I can't make it less complicated because people. I would rather that people see it be complicated and maybe wait a bit longer than people look at the YouTube channel and go, you know, this used to be good, but it got simple and other channels can do it better. I'd much rather people be going, ooh, look at that animation. You got to when you set the bar, you got to, or at least other people have set the bar. You got to try and match it rather than drop down to go under it. What's that over there? Oh look, there's a space station. Okay. Here we go. Slowing down again. Thank you, Gonrel. Thank you very much, Gonrel. So thinking about it, these guys could always go and meet the new space station if it lands at Olympus Mon. Taking the space plane down there. Or they could wait up in space for a new space plane with better engines. There we go. Either way, they'll go live on the space station. It's large, it's comfortable, it's got lots of facilities and games. So here we go. So, we are... Yeah, so we're slightly higher in orbit. So we'll just wait for the space station to come underneath us. So our first intersect is going... Well, the first intersect is going to be 41 kilometers away. Second intersect is 28 kilometers away. Sweet. So we just wait. Oh, okay. Now the intersect's 20... Oh, yeah, sorry. 28 kilometers. Okay, now the intersects are actually getting further away now. So it looks like we've got to wait a little bit. Looks like we just missed it. No problemo. Thank you, Matt Brown. And thank you, Jun Alpha and Gonrel. Thank you. So the ants are doing very well. I mentioned the other day that they actually started excavating. Well, they didn't excavate. They actually ended up sealing off a section of the ant farm to make a new chamber. It's quite fascinating. They were taking the wet sand and compacting it into a wall, and they've basically sealed off what was formerly the entrance to their previous chamber to make a brand new one. I wasn't even aware that ants could do that, but apparently they can. Do you want to see the ants? For those who don't know what I'm talking about, I have a small starter ant farm. So the good news is that their new chamber is almost entirely clear of debris on the roof, so you can see in perfectly. Let's have a look. One moment. That's not an ant. Okay, so that's the ant cam with the cover on the thing. One moment. I think it's in focus. So that's there they are in their new chamber, everybody, just to the right side of their previous chamber. You can see Queen Millicent in the middle there. Is it out of focus? I think we've got the roof in focus, haven't we? There's lots of them now. Look at it. Hang on. Oh, wonderful. Look at that. So we've managed to get the queen. It's quite difficult to get it all in focus at the same time. We've got the background in focus now, haven't we? But you can see the queen in the foreground. You can see multiple workers scurrying around and protecting her. The wall that they've built is to the right-hand side. Can you see that thing covering the entire right side? That's actually built by them. They made that. They filled the entire thing and basically blocked all of that off. And also in the background, you can see the clear caterpillar/maggot shape of the hatched eggs, the larvae. Those things will continue to grow and then eventually sort of coil themselves into these silk bundles and then pupate in order to turn into new workers. My god, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I see at least 10. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, I mean, they're growing in number, aren't they? Look at Millicent, though. What a beautiful creature. But yeah, it's fascinating just watching them do their thing, live in their own little worlds, typically hidden from us. Yeah, little bio machines. All of them. Oh, look, what's that one carrying on the left there? It's got something in its jaw. Is it a piece of food, maybe? I did give them a little bit of cricket. It might actually be a piece of cricket. I sort of took a little piece of frozen cricket and I put it in their outworld. So they could have taken a little bit for food. They're cool, aren't they? I think they're cool. What will I do if they outgrow their habitat when they get too many? Well, you can just withhold food, apparently, and they'll adjust their numbers accordingly, as grim as that sounds. But yeah, I mean, hopefully they shouldn't outgrow their habitat, but if they do, then, well, I'd have to look into methods of controlling their numbers. Like, they will expand based on the food that they're given, evidently. Oh, look, what's that ant doing in the middle? It's got a little white thing. What is that? That could be a piece of cocoon that it's consuming. Doesn't look like sand. Not sure. There's an ant in the extreme foreground that is all very blurry right now. One moment. Let me just get this plane landed. Hang on. There we go. So, 1 second. So we're just trying to get a favourable intersect. Or, you want to see more ants? Sure, I can put them back. Tell you what, shall I just save it and leave this for later then? Maybe just babble about ants for a bit. Hang on, let me just save back at the tracking station. I haven't done a proper big save in a while. Shall I bring Queen Millicent into focus? Hang on. Problem is she's so damn big. There we go. So yeah, I mean, she's going from strength to strength, isn't she? She's very healthy. She's surrounded by her full-fledged workers now. They're not just nanitics. They're not just basic little stopgap ants while she's got whatever ounces of protein she can muster from her, her former flight muscles. No, these are full-on workers now. So she's hatching them using protein that I'm giving them in the form of little bits of frozen cricket and also segments of mealworms. I don't think Deborah will catch up, to be honest. I mean, one of her eggs has pupated, but I suspect it might just be a drone. I doubt she's mated. Hang on. So for those that don't know what I'm talking about, I've got 2 queens. This one in her ant farm and another one that's still in her test tube with a large number of eggs, but none of them have hatched. Not a single worker. And she took her flight in July. So, something tells me that she probably didn't successfully find a male. Hang on. How do you determine how much food to provide them? They take what they need. You just pop some food in their outworld, and they will leave behind whatever they don't need. So they typically clean whatever honey that I've placed on the abdomen of whatever food I'm giving them. So like I'll take like a frozen cricket and I'll just sort of coat its abdomen in honey, and they'll spend time cleaning that off, and then maybe they'll take a few pieces and wander off with it, which is frankly a little annoying because they have this habit of dumping it not in their outworld yet. They put it in the entrance of their ant's nest, and I can't easily reach it. I've got like a pair of long curved nose forceps, but they can't quite get in the little hole. So I'm hoping they start treating their outworld as their dumping site when they get big enough. And I'll make sure that their outworld is always under constant light, so they don't feel tempted to move into it at all. But yeah, they're doing very well. Interesting that they've made this chamber all by themselves. You can see them in the background still moving some of the sand. It's out of focus, but they're doing it. I wonder where their cocooned pupating workers are currently stored. So I'm noticing that about them. They're not storing them all in the same place, are they? Despite seeking favourable temperature and moisture, they keep moving the eggs into a different place, the larvae into a different place, and the cocooned workers somewhere else, often clustered against the walls. But yeah, they're growing quite quickly. Also, I haven't seen their egg cluster in quite some time. Let's have a quick scope around for it. Maybe we can see it. We're looking for a cluster of what look like white balloons in a ribbon. Hang on. 1 minute. Put some music on as well. So that's the entrance. One of. What are they doing over there? What are they up to at the end of that tunnel? What's that small white object? Is that an egg that they're looking after? They're tunneling. They are tunneling. Look at them. They're moving the sand around. Ah. Yeah, they've definitely got some lava over there. So they're all in this main chamber beneath the queen. Okay, so let me pan down, back to the queen, and then pan left to their old chamber. Maybe that's where they're keeping the eggs. Oh, hello. What's that there? That looks like it could indeed be the eggs. 1 second. What do you think that is? That looks a lot like the eggs, but it's odd. Why would they be in that corner? They're not being protected by the queen. Turn up the light. No, maybe they're not. Almost looks like... Or they almost look like the pupating workers. What's he doing? She, sorry, they're all she's. Huh. Do they have a tunnel back there? That's all completely compacted sand. There's nothing there. Unless they've made a tunnel. Look. See? It's densely compacted sand. That object on the left there, you see that? That's the heat sensor. It's about 3 centimeters long, and it's made out of plastic, and it's jammed into the bung that's almost to the direct immediate left of the camera. Maybe they do have a tunnel under there. In which case, I should take great care not to move that sensor, just in case they do indeed. Maybe they're using it for like support for one of their chambers under there. Maybe that explains what happened to the eggs. Maybe they're hiding them under there. In which case, the temperature sensor says 23.6 degrees, so I know the exact temperature of whatever chamber they've got under there. So I'm trying to keep them a couple of degrees above room temperature, just so that they're nice and toasty. Look at him. Look at that one. Yeah, I think they've got a chamber under there. Ooh, interesting. Be fascinating to see if the roof is excavated away by them as they get larger. Ooh. A Giang TV, you're looking at the sand, compacted sand in an ant farm. To the left and right are, well, it's cork. So basically cork that's had tunnels dug into it, cut into it when it was first made. But the ants are digging their way through the sand. So let me just pan down to the empty chamber. So here, got to sort out the focus. Anything in there? No, there seems to be one ant that's just running around. They've got to have the eggs somewhere, because the larvae are just over to the right. The queen turns into something of an egg-laying machine. She doesn't stop laying eggs, ever, for the rest of her life. Well, that's not entirely true. When the temperature gets low, apparently, they start slowing down, because they don't really have the resources to go out and forage in the winter. But for the most part, she just turns into a baby maker. 1 second, let me pan back to the queen. So maybe indeed, maybe the ants do have a secret chamber that they've got under there where they're storing their eggs. For here they have just the larva. Sorry, it's not in focus. Is that in focus? There we go. So you can see them there, those things that look like maggots. They're about halfway there, I reckon. Give them another 5 days, 5 or 6 days, and they'll probably start pupating and wrapping silk around themselves. Possibly, Nikki, but I haven't seen any of them moving the eggs. So they've got them hidden somewhere, right from the get-go. They're underneath a cover. I've got like a cover for them when we're not observing them. So I switch the light off, put the red cover back on it, and then I put a cardboard cover on top of the red cover to make sure they're nice, and I just want them to feel safe. They're fascinating, though. Note the size difference with some of these ants. You can see it. That one to the top there that's moving around is a big boy. Consider that's a big girl, rather. That's in the distance. And that thing's larger than some of the ants in the foreground. So that's probably because that's a true worker as opposed to a nanotic. So note that one in the foreground. Look at the size. Look at the size of them. That one's like a third larger. So unexpectedly, that one up there, so the larger one, is going to be one of the younger ones, one of the new generation, with access to protein that the queen didn't have when she thought she was underground just hiding and waiting for winter to be over. But now that she thinks winter is over, because they're on a nice warm heat mat, and they've got access to protein, she's just turned into a machine that makes eggs that will continually produce swole workers. For this type of species do not produce their own soldier caste. They have no dedicated fighting unit for the nest, and therefore the workers will fight. Oh my god, they will fight. These things will stand their ground and fight to the death for their queen. To the death, even, not to the deaf. I presume they're already partially deaf. Well, not really. They got vibrations that they sense, really. Indeed. She's my queen. But yeah. But if you're interested, folks, do consider that as the summer approaches, you can grab some test tubes, some distilled water, and some cotton wool. That's it, really. That's all you need. For on the nuptial flight in summer, that day where the air is full of ants, all of those ants are queens. All you have to do is put some water in the test tube with a bit of cotton wool, pop the ant in there, nice and cozy in the cotton wool, and then just plug the other end with cotton wool, and then just put her somewhere dark. And then you can look at the test tube and just see her growing her eggs and growing her workers. Technically, it's probably at this point that I should have moved them into the ant farm, based on what I've been reading. I think I made a bit of an error moving them into the ant farm when they only had like 5 workers. I should have waited until they had like 30. Yes, indeed, Rick Simo. So all of those, well, technically not true. Some of them are drones. They're all called elates, which is the name of a flying ant, both male and female. But the drones, so the male elates are known as drones, and the female elates are known as virgin queens. All of them fly up into the air and then mate, and then distribute themselves all over. So carried by the winds or whatever, they'll try and find as many possible locations for an ant nest as possible, dig into the ground by a few centimeters, and just start laying eggs. Most of them die. Like 1 in a million queens will make it. Most of them will die because they couldn't find sufficient groundwater, or maybe they get killed by predators, or maybe there was no food, or just too much competition from other ants or whatever. But occasionally one queen will find some knobhead in a car park who picks her up with a test tube and puts her in an ant farm to show in front of a Twitch channel. But again, it's like 1 in a million. Oh look, you can see that lava on the left. He's moving, wriggling. Oh look, is it trying to eat that piece of sand? Look, you see that? Look. The lava on the left is eating that piece of sand. It's sort of like gumming it. Nom, 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 nom. Yeah, apparently they'll eat anything. I was also reading this thing a few weeks ago that they will also try to detect intruding eggs. For like, there are some species, there's a lot of species of ant that are parasitic, and their only purpose is to get into other ant nests and pretend that they're one of them, and lay their eggs and then have those eggs cared for or whatever. So some species of of hatched ant eggs, so the larval form, they start eating the intruder eggs. Ouch! Sorry, I just crossed my legs there, and for some reason my lower back just clicked. I'm dying. Oh, it's all downhill after 35, everyone. Yeah, they're cool though, aren't they? I think they're cool. It's just like having a little aquarium. Have they buried most of the lava? I think they have. I wonder what the queen is doing there. She's doing something with her mouth parts. She's probably receiving food. Another worker is probably giving her some food. John has 3 aquariums. Cool. Well, I hope they're going very well, John. Bloody hell, it's almost 3. Sorry, I'm so fucking late with the stream.
What about the forests?
Do you need to occasionally throw in an enemy so the ants don't lose their fighting instincts? So you can give them live food, but it's not recommended when they're in their initial building stage. They will probably experience casualties. So it might be wise to wait until they're at least a few hundred strong. Of course, they don't have that benefit of doing that in the wild, do they? But at the same time, they don't often go for live insects. Many ants are quite happy eating pieces of fruit or seeds or whatever. They will eat whatever they can get. Hi there, Quebec. I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you, dude. I kind of think we've seen everything with Ready or Not. I don't know. Ask me later tonight, Quebec. Sorry, I don't want to be a grump. It's just, haven't we done all the levels? It kind of needs more levels. It's only got 5 levels. Oh, there's a new map? Is there? Oh, okay. If there's a new map. Haven't you seen all of Kerbal? No, not at all. There's a whole load of planets I've not been to, and moons. I've never been to all of Jules' moons. I've never done anything beyond land a probe on Eve. Never sent a manned mission. Before this point, I've never built Duna bases, let alone 2. Loads to do. Indeed, never landed on the sun. It's always been daylight. Gotta wait till night if you're gonna do that. Be silly to land on the sun during day. Unless you have really good sunglasses. The usual. Ask me later today, Quebec. Sorry, I sound like such a grump. It's just, we kind of done the maps a few times. Ask me later today, Quebec. I don't want to be a stick in the mud, so if people are doing, then I'll probably do. Yeah, I hope you're very well, though, Quebec. Quebec, I've got ants. And they're not in my pants. I mean, yet. Oh yes, you're very welcome, and a very late Merry Christmas, Quebec. Yes, sorry, I don't know why I don't know why it took so long. Right. Cool. So I'll probably leave it for this afternoon, if that's all right, folks. But yeah. Thank you for watching. So I do have lots to do, to be fair. Even if this bullshittery that I'm editing today isn't the one that eventually gets picked by the poll, I can at least make a start on quite a lot of scrubbing. So on that note, if you're a Twitch subscriber, please have a look at the Discord group below. Oh look, the Queen's getting food. Please have a look at the Discord group below, for there is a poll, and I'm going to combine that poll with the one up on Patreon in order to find out what people would like me to work on bullshittery-wise. And then start moving that footage over and start scrubbing it and getting it ready for a bullshittery. So yeah, that's the plan. So if you haven't voted, please do tell me what you fancy. Although I must say that the next bullshittery absolutely has to be Divinity after this one. The reason for that is that the project really needs to get going, and there's quite a few episodes of that series, and I can't have it stall for ages like other projects have done. So because that one is so mechanically complex, I can't risk having a project now that's super strenuous. So I've picked 5 projects on the poll, which are relatively easy. Things that have already got nested master files, where I'm not going to spend 2 weeks just doing what I did for Team Fortress, which is just finding the clips, you know. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a lovely afternoon. Thank you, Zuppy, Will Clan, the Deranged Watermelon, Big Daddy Candy Nut, the Matt Brown, Jun Alpha, Gonrel, Baldwin, and Uncle Monkey, and Jew. Thank you, all of you. Thank you sincerely. Oh, and Toxic Smile. Thank you. Right. One moment. Let me just have a quick look and see who's doing what. Whoops. Hang on. So, ZF... Who's playing what games right now? Oh, so SWAT Night's on. He's doing Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Okay, that better be an amazing game, because holy shit. Right. Hang on. You can't pick a title like that and not have an amazing game. So, I'll hand you over to SWAT Night then. Thank you again, folks. Have a lovely afternoon. If I don't catch you again this evening, have a lovely evening. And I'll be around this evening for something or other. Oh, shit. Wrong screen. Thank you again, and all the best.